Ooh.
Wow.
That's probably not going to work, but we'll give it a shot. I gotta go find the YouTube link.
Boom,
Yep,
boom.
I can share it.
Gotta go find the YouTube link.
Are you taking care of sharing it? Because I was going to look and do that.
Got it.
Love that little ginger.
I need to copy that.
Oh, wait.
Facebook.
I'll take care of the Discord links.
All right, groups. Fuck it. Let's just spread this everywhere.
Discord is bad. Discord is an evil thing.
Is it though?
It is.
We have a pretty good,
It
robust Discord going on in our area.
And it screws my computer up.
Fly better. I got kicked out of the crate page, right?
How?
Like their Facebook page?
Ever since they let D. Yoon's kid
Be the
you're
admin?
fucking kidding me.
Uh-oh, what?
Oh,
No
my
beer?
my microphone or my headset's going bing, bing, bing.
Uh-oh, low battery. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, exactly.
Again,
So anyway,
D.Yoon's kid's cool. I met him at Toronto System Open.
Well, he thought it'd
kicked
be
you out of the
cool.
page.
he thought it'd be cool to get the group members to 420. And I'm like, for one, you're too young to know what the fuck 420 is.
Was he like 15?
Yeah, exactly.
Ruin your brain development.
And so then I think a small band of people were like, yeah, kick coach out. Yeah, kick him out. And then it happened. And I was like, yay, I'm free. Because it was getting seriously
Oh, do you want to still stay out? Because I was going to invite you back in.
crazy. Huh?
I said, do you want to still stay out of that group? Because I can invite you back in.
Oh, I don't know.
All right, well, let me know.
I don't know.
The crates
I have
are
to
not
go-
the crates are an odd bunch. Every time you see Chris at an event, he's got this look of sheer terror that somebody's going to do something cratey around him.
I mean, granted, that man has been hitting the nuts a lot more times at X-Wing events than anyone else has, I'm pretty sure.
That's true.
So,
Sure.
blame his other friends for doing that and for him to be aware of his surroundings.
I'm going to go find some headphones. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Pray for Tristan.
Yeah, pray for Tristan.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Oh, wait. Tristan's still there, but now Mark's gone. Fuck. Oh, fuck.
So how are you?
Beer.
Beer.
Hey, Mark's back. Now coach needs to add him back in though, but he's not there. There's no control.
Technical difficulties, Union Army.
Unfortunately,
Oh.
so now I can't hear Uncle Mark. I don't know if that's because coach has to add him back into the thing. Oh, damn it. Hi, Kiefer. How are you?
Sign language. Do you want
Oh, I know this one. It's bullshit.
It's funny. This makes me remember a joke that one of my colleagues was telling me the other day about what the best job in the world can be. And one of the things was a third base coach for a professional baseball team, because all you have to be able to do is this
Yeah,
or
pretty
this.
much. Or just down, stop, go.
I got kicked out.
Oh, Mark is in.
Hallelujah.
Mark has voice again.
All of a
OCX
sudden it was
ASL edition
oh.
to raise awareness for how expensive little batteries are. From Michael Rockwell.
Test 1, 2.
3, 4.
Oh no.
Coach, we can hear you. Can you not? He's got to plug it into the bottom thing. There you go.
Test.
Winning.
3, 4.
Damn it.
Did not work?
Oh, what happened to Mark's microphone?
Mark can talk, right?
I'm right here.
Yeah, he's good. I need Gordon, not in here, just in chat. Need to talk with him. Oh,
Tristan's
shit.
gonna try on his phone, Coach. Can you try sending him another fresh link?
Freshie.
Fresh link. Hold on, I gotta figure out which. There it is. Got it. Winner.
Haven't we titled something "Oh Canada" before?
Like an episode?
Yep.
It was the Canadian invasion.
There was Canadian Invasion. I remember that one. That was before the last Canadian Nationals.
It was just before the Toronto System opened.
Or was it Toronto System Open? It was when everyone had the Talon roll.
Yeah, so the Talon roll hadn't happened yet when we were on last.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
It was going to be that one.
Mark, you seem exacerbated.
Sorry, but unfortunately, I remember Canadian events with their brewing issues.
Well, speaking on behalf of Devon, I can tell you that the most recent Canadian Grand Championships went very well.
I was going to say, I didn't hear anything off of that. I don't know why Mark either got kicked or left. I felt like he was fine.
Yep, there
Hi,
he
Mark.
is.
You were good for us.
Coach,
Audible-
Coach touches the
audible
button, and I
sigh.
get kicked out, and then I
Didn't touch
whatever.
shit.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Fucking do anything.
He was about to send a link. He did touch that.
I did send a fresh link, so fresh link. I think
And
that's
that
my
fresh
new
link
favorite
kicked
word.
my ass right out of here.
Chat, pray for Tristan. He's been
Pray
trying
for
real
Tristan.
hard.
Send him your energy.
You know, you do this show for fucking 2.5 years, you're bound to have like multiple titles of the same thing. Especially when I come up with the titles. Like it's bound to happen. I'm surprised I
It's
haven't
okay.
come up-
Montana will change it.
Yeah, I know. Well, if he ever fucking edits an episode,
I was about to say,
Have
when's
we
the
even-
last one we put out?
I don't even know.
Go on to Podbean. Podbean.
I could tell you, I don't even know.
Last one was Coach Goes Rogue,
Oh,
which was
Let's play a
last
game called
episode.
Just Coach.
Gen Con Experience. Join us tonight. It was hilarity. Yeah,
why is Glaive Leader saying, "Hi, folks, sorry to say this"?
I was about to say, I'm like, what's going on, Glaive Leader? I'm paying attention.
It's an unnecessary amount of suspense.
Like I feel like, what are you doing, Mark? Are you testing your boundaries? Is that what you're doing? It's like, on screen.
Is he trying to hypnotize me?
I don't
No.
know.
I think he's doing a ritual to
I'm
try and make sure he doesn't get
playing
kicked
Pong
out.
again.
I can do the same thing with popcorn.
Jesus, he's playing fog.
Oh, it's Bud Light. There you
Quit
go.
drinking that crappy Bud Light. Move up to the big boys. Glaive Leader, I'm serious. Like we you have our attention now. Like I need to know what
Yeah, you do.
what are you sorry to say? Are you
One.
leaving us?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crate helmets. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Where did you get those from?
Great cup.
We need an on
Yeah.
top ski and a young ski.
Ah. Oh, if your girlfriend likes White Claws because she already has bad taste to begin with since she drinks your
Oh, you stopped right before.
Yeah, I did.
You almost pulled a coach and just read whatever they put up there.
For the last time, Burgundy will read anything you put on that teleprompter.
It's so true.
Glad
It's
the
your show.
episode
It's your
technically
show,
hasn't
Coach.
started yet.
We don't have to wait for Tristan anymore if you don't want to, man.
Okay.
He says he's working on tethering his computer to his phone at this time.
All right. That sounds terrible. So we'll just give everybody a little extra camera room here. Oh, I don't even have our logo put up here. What the fuck am I doing? logo.
Blasphemy.
Oh no! Shit! Get rid of that.
What did you almost do?
Why is this on my default logo?
Is it anything OCX related?
No, kind of.
I don't believe him.
This is a Kyle Stoos. This is a Kyle Stoos original, I think. Let's get back to the. This episode is brought to you by Chris Allen and his Doritos. And his Doritos panty flavored.
No, remember someone else made the Dorito thing, and then I photoshopped it in his mouth.
Oh, there you go. Okay, all right. It all makes sense now.
So I have good news and bad news. The bad news is Tristan can't make it. The good news is we get to ridicule him relentlessly for not being
and
able to
we
make it.
will do that. Let's move that over.
Do we have a substitute Canadian?
A substitute Canadian.
I don't know. We're probably fine with the 4.
Yeah, I think we'll be just fine. There we go.
Tim speaks for all Canadians now.
Where's Jerry? Where's Jerry when we need him?
Oh man, it's been forever
Oh,
since we had
Jesus
Jerry.
Christ, Gordon. No. Just because someone's like, I think we need another person. And Gordon's like,
No. Tommy
coming.
probably passed on the thing. Just to never let your significant other try and fix the router.
I'll drink to that. I'll tweak to that one, baby.
No. Gordon, wait. Are you still there? Gordon, I have to ask you one question. Is Mikhail still been really busy? I've been trying to get a hold of him. I'll wait.
He's either
He's
playing
30
golf
seconds
or
behind.
taking kids to camp.
It looked like he was on a retreat or some camp thing of some sort, so I think he was probably.
Kind of crappy answers that, okay, bye then. You're not doing anything tonight anyway, Gordon.
I mean, if he was able to get in here, you're right.
Actually, I do kind of want to test it out with Gordon to see if it does work. So we'll see. Maybe after commercial, Gordon, we'll bring you on. No, not that busy. he's available now. So there you go. Screw this.
Tristan's
I'm going to the bar. Can't even watch the stream without it chopping up. Oh, jeez.
Messed up the router that bad.
I'll pour one out for you, Tristan.
It's all falling apart.
Right into my mouth. All right. Well, I guess we can get going.
That's a poker chip. That's a poker chip for you, Tristan.
Gordon, I just want to make sure Mikhail's still making it to Worlds. Just want to make sure that his spot in our Airbnb is still good to go. Just haven't heard from him in a while.
Oh yeah, let's chat about Airbnbs when we get a chance.
Time. I got to do it for a few seconds, so when I scroll through YouTube, it lets me know that
You can just
when
say
I did that, it's
13 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, but that doesn't always line up.
Does it really?
It's weird. It's like sometimes it's 30 seconds, sometimes it's 15.
Maybe
sometimes
that's our
it's-
live clock, and then and then the one on YouTube's actually the 30-second behind thing.
Could be. Very possible. All right. Good morning, X-Wing. Hey, this is not a test. This is OCX Radio. Time to rocket from the Delta Pilot to the 4BZ. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the OCX Radio podcast, broadcast from beautiful downtown Orange City, Iowa. My name is Aaron the Coach Kroll. Joining me today is OCX Ace of Legend, Ryan on Topsky.
The Fockening is coming. Prepare, everybody. It's Sun Fock. You get it?
I'm not prepared. 487 miles to my left. It's Uncle Mark Tippett.
Y Wings forever. Enough said.
Yep.
And joining us all the way from the frozen tundra, it's Canada, Mr. Tim Bow, Senior Prime Minister of the X-Wing community.
Don't get that title, but I'll take it tonight for sure. Thanks for having me, guys.
We could do Tim Trimbodo.
So the hilarious thing is how many people believe my last name is actually Bo. Like I meet people for the first time, and you're like, "Oh, you're Tim Bo."
You know, it was funny because when you I did some very extensive internet research on you. And I was like, no way is his last name actually Bo.
No way.
So I searched hard, dude. Hard. You're not an easy man to Google, I can tell you that.
What are you using Google for? You should just went straight to Facebook.
I did. And it's Tim Bo. Tim B-O. And I'm like, you know how people come up with nicknames on Facebook and they're like, that's their name. And I was like, all right.
So my old one used to be Tim, and then my last name was capital O-T-H-Y.
But turns out, yes, your actual name is Tim Bo.
That's it. From now on, it is decided.
So let it be written.
You
So
have
let it be done.
fooled Google enough that yes, you're now so Trimbodo. True. What is your prime minister's last name? Trudeau?
Trudeau.
Trudeau. There.
Trudeau.
Oh, that doesn't even make sense. Then never mind. Scratch that. Bad joke.
Also, he has much better hair than I do. It's true.
Well, I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like what you got going on here. A little Chris Farley, a little bit. You know, it's just kind of.
I wanted to figure out the most ridiculous orientation configuration of facial hair for my wife. Somebody that I could still have facial hair and still make out with her. That wouldn't,
So
It's
Wolverine mutton chops.
It's like the 5 o'clock Wolverine. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Pretty much. Mark, the internet hates Mark almost as much. as it
Oh
hates
man,
Kristen.
this is nothing new. This is a daily occurrence, right, Mark?
Damn you, Google.
Didn't press anything. I didn't
Hang
press
out.
anything. I'm just letting you know. Hands are up. I don't touch anything once the show goes live. I know
Fine.
better.
Well, I did catch the last episode that you guys posted before that weird solo coach one about Gen Con. So hopefully you guys all had some fun down there in Indianapolis.
It was a good time.
I
I listened to
Great
the
time.
I listened to the solo coach episode for about 3 minutes, and then
It was
That's all
only
you
solo for like 20.
yeah, I only went solo for 20 minutes. Then the chat made me bring more people on, and I was like,
well,
coward.
you guys know that one of the things I do is VWTV Live. Whenever I get a chance, if I'm not playing, I get behind and I commentate. Now, the majority of all the premiere events are commentated by a guy in our community named Sumit, who's awesome. But it's funny. So all three of you would know that literally sitting there and just prattling on for 20, 30 minutes, it's one of the most difficult things to not screw up, because either you go off on this weird aimless tangent, or you literally just find yourself staring at dead air and you're just like, I'm frozen. I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna
Or
get
you,
back to that
or you
moment.
become Dion Straight Man and his shill for his giveaways.
Well, see, that's the problem. Is I don't think that they don't let me onto those shows because I never have that. I never run out of anything to say. But the problem is usually what I say is not good commentating, I guess. But I'm a color guy. I'm not there for fucking
Well, anytime you guys have me on, we usually have like a little bit of an international beer thing going around. Should we go around the horn and see what everybody's enjoying this evening?
Yes. Let's start out with our guest, Timbo.
Well, I told you guys I'm not doing beer tonight. I'm doing Dan Aykroyd wine.
I know, and I'm so jealous because I've had that wine. It's pretty good.
Thank you. I work for the company that makes it. So.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Do you make this? Is that the same Dan Aykroyd? Like, do you make the tequila too?
So Dan was the man who brought Patron to Canada originally, and then he partnered with a company called Globefill to make Crystal Head vodka. It's actually manufactured by the Newfoundland government using like real icebergs.
Huh. I love that shit. That every time I want to splurge, I go for the crystal and the crystal skull, and I'm like, yay! Especially when you show up at a party, you're like, we're drinking this.
Well, I used to have these Crystal Head shot glasses. They were like, I think they were like 3 1/4 ounces. They were massive, but it was just like a skull with the top cut off, so it was like a shot glass.
Nice.
And you'd think that it was fine, like okay, like have a whiskey or a rum or a tequila or something like that. But then, how many times do you have one in a night, right?
Yeah, never. Never just one.
What about you, Ryan? What are you on tonight?
I am the Hemperor from New Belgium.
Nice.
It is a HPA, play on words. I'm pretty sure it's just an IPA. Yeah, it's not too often I see it, but when I can build my own variety packs from Kroger, I usually grab this one.
Sweet.
When
And
I find
which barley flavored water is Mark drinking tonight?
I'm working on target lock, so I have Bud Light Orange.
Target locks.
Hand in your mad card. Come on.
Whoa. Simple, effective.
Hey, hey.
And sadly, I'm not drinking White Claw tonight. I went back to the good, the tried, the true.
Old Faithful.
My good old king of beers, my Budweiser. So,
Well, nobody drinks Budweisers. Nobody drinks Budweisers like the Quebecois.
Really?
That Quebecois.
You know what's sad? Budweiser's like going out of style in America. I've noticed. Like it's just weird. Like nobody drinks Budweiser except for like the sad thing is fucking hipsters are drinking Budweiser now, and I'm like, whoa, time out. Because everybody else is drinking like microbrews now, so they have to revert back to the old. Like they can't do what everyone else is doing, so now they're drinking Budweiser, and I'm like,
They're also doing and having a lot of success with their Prohibition line, their non-alcoholic line. It's also a big trend in Canada right now. You got low alc, low calorie coolers and beers and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not one of them.
So
yeah, I don't recognize them.
Clearly.
There's two phases.
So I was in our state capitol today, and as I turned a corner, I saw a corner pub, bar, whatever, and on top was a huge neon sign for Schlitz, and in the window was PBR, and I went, "Oh my God, I've reverted back to 1978." And but I'm still
Did the beer
62.
can still have those pull tabs?
I was just gonna say that if they got the fucking pull tabs,
Beat me at 30 seconds.
that's on my fucking tourist list right there. No, there's two phases of Anheuser-Busch. There's Budweiser, and then there's every fucking thing else that they make. So, oh well. There was a couple of questions in the chat that I had to answer right now. One is, yes, Michael Atchison, we did explain why there is a Chris Allen picture of him with a Doritos bag that has flavored panties.
Yep.
Sorry if you missed it. And
It's an old meme.
My significant other, Gordon Berg, is drinking wine tonight as well. And then he just followed it with ... Portuguese.
Ooh, the Portuguese.
So, okay.
The good stuff.
All right. I've never had Portuguese wine. I don't know. Or is it just what you said, Portuguese?
Well, we have a massive Portuguese community in Toronto. And
That's a long ways to go.
oh yeah.
They just got to America and said, fuck that, we're going to Canada, baby.
Isn't Toronto bigger than Portugal?
Yeah.
Got to keep that birth rate up, baby.
You can fit 14 Frances in Canada if you spread them out. Put them.
But
most
why
of
would
that
you
land
want to?
nobody wants to live in.
I think like two of the maritime provinces are bigger than Portugal. Portugal's not that big, right? It's just a little sliver on the end of Spain, right? But no, they do make fantastic wines, and most of the cork in the world comes from Portugal, right?
Michael Rockwell, Budweiser is the new hams.
Savage.
Type, okay, 1 if you've ever had hams, 2 if you've never had hams. In the chat now. I want to know that number.
It's 2 for me.
No, Mark, you don't get to vote.
Sure, I do.
I'm a vote.
I was in college once. I know.
Tommy
how
doesn't
expensive
count.
it
Tommy
is.
doesn't drink alcohol.
Yeah,
He just
Tommy,
can easily
fuck
say
you.
2.
Look at this.
Well, one of the things that you guys may not know is that our alcohol distribution rules in Canada are incredibly strict, especially in Ontario, where I'm from. The government has a monopoly over selling it. So I told you guys I used to go on big bus tours with my rugby club, and we used to go to the States a lot. And we go to these towns, and you go to a pub, and you take out your card, and you put like $90 deposit down, and they would hook a keg up to your booth, and you'd have like your own tap at a booth. And we would walk in, and we'd be like, I never want to leave this place.
Done.
Sold.
We got a pony keg of hams in college, and my room was designated as the pony keg room because I was the only one in it. And this is like our third
Why
week
does
in
that
college.
not surprise me?
And turns out hams is terrible, and getting a whole keg of it was not a good idea. And so we had I had a half a hams keg in my room for a good like month and a half. And some night we got drunk. I'm like, you think it's still good? It's in a keg, right? It's got to be fine.
Oh yeah, everything's fine. What could go wrong?
It's got a shelf life, guys. It's got a shelf life. And a month and a half is way too long.
Way too long.
But
Kegs will last a while if you
Kegs
don't
will
open
last a
them. If you
while.
don't open them.
but we opened it and we did not keep it cool. So I'm like, I would just throw it in some ice.
Jeez.
It was not good. Anyway, hey guys. So we got some X-Wing stuff to talk about because apparently New Points Day.
Woot.
Happy New Points Day. Now, technically not new points, right? It's just the Wave 5 stuff and then some little tweaks that they made. As far as I know,
Was there anything except the new stuff that changed in points wise? I've been looking. I didn't see anything.
there was
I don't believe so.
Hyperspace legality and new
Yeah.
stuff. That's it.
Yep. that was
Ghost.
that was the big one. I want to give a huge shout out right now to my man, Jared James, because I put up that I don't have a Google Doc that I usually cheat off of, and within like 25 minutes, he's like, "Here you go, coach." I'm like, yes.
Winning.
So I'm getting better. I didn't print it out. I have it on my phone, so this will be interesting.
I do like that they've added Maul to hyperspace. I think that really levels a bit of the playing field for the Scum faction, who didn't really have access to any Force abilities whatsoever.
That
Watch
was
out for
interesting.
They're pretty limited
Fett.
anyway. They literally just have Asajj and Maul, but then like at least now you can do Max Lull stuff and put Maul on a quad jumper or something like that.
So around the horn, who do we put Maul on?
That's a good one.
Boba.
Boba.
I mean, in hyperspace. That's the point. In extended,
Well,
there's other things.
Dengar's now in hyperspace.
You mean people can use Force?
Well, so Dengar loses crew slot if you give him the punishing one title, which he should have anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Which sucks.
And respectfully, though, I have to disagree. I would argue that the most efficient way to carry Maul would be L337. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I get
Yeah.
that.
I was gonna say, I thought of the Falcon first, at least before the escape craft. I was like, how serious is he? No, he's probably talking about the
A
escape.
38-point escape craft with a Force token.
I got a force for defense. I'll coordinate all day. No, don't need my own token.
Fuck
Although,
that.
think about it though. If you put Maul on the escape craft and dock the escape craft, now you're kind of protecting Maul, right?
No, it's a waste of
Don't
points.
don't do that. Pro tip: don't
Stop it.
Don't do that.
No, I think Boba Fett is the best place for Maul. Boba Fett's already getting his rerolls. You give him a Force token or a Force, and then you get Maul's ability. So I think that's pretty super awesome. While we're on Scum, I might as well just mention that. Hey, guess what? Jump Masters are hyperspace legal.
Mhm. Yep, they didn't get any cheaper, but
Shit.
they're there.
Now is the Dengar hype real? That's the question. Is the Dengar hype real?
Well, let's see. Can it make the Dengar that I would want to make?
Because it's
Pretty
like
close.
everyone's talking like Dengar's not fucking terrible. It's still bad on the chassis in, but
Oh, you can make. Oh, yeah, this is the list I thought about trying. So I was looking at Ulti, Fenrau, and Dengar as a list. Dengar has Punishing 1 and R5P8.
Mhm.
For those rerolls, I mean, you got an 8-point bid. You can do whatever you want with it. But Dengar's just there to get the fangs in the end game. Like, Dengar's there to die, but he'll shoot you twice, make you hurt. I6, 2 of them.
I do agree with Tommy Adams in the chat that if Tell were I5, he would be very good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Tell Travera.
But haven't we seen Dengar 2 Fangs in Extended?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's available.
Doing okay-ish?
No, I haven't seen it beyond just literally me and a few other people just kind of like trying on Vassal every once in a while.
Oh, okay. Because I thought I saw it somewhere that was on stream, and
it might have been. I've been paying attention to streams in a while.
Isn't
It's something I think that's worthwhile looking at. I'm just not sure if Extended's the right spot for it. I'd be curious to see if it can be effective in hyperspace.
I swore I saw Gold Squadron. Isn't Dion running that? Isn't
Well, it's not a bad list. I mean, you got Old T, Fen, both with Fearless and Dengar with just the title, but then you've only got 6 points to play with on Dengar.
Well,
R5P8. I'm
That's your
in.
pick.
And then you've got 2 I6s and Old T. Not bad.
That's
I'd
not
actually
bad.
even consider dropping Fearless on Fen, maybe, and put Contraband Cybernetics on the Dengar.
Which is now hyperspace legal, ladies and gentlemen.
Wonderful.
So,
Hey, look, that's the sloop is now white-ish.
Well, I did it for one of my league matches a few weeks ago, and my opponent was like, he laughed, but he was like, you take a Trandoshan Slaver and the Jabba the Hutt and Contraband Cybernetics, and you find a nice spot on the board, and you just park there for like 5 turns.
Jabba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt. Come on, Mark.
You're talking coach's game right now.
I fucking love Jabba the Hutt. I don't know why. I love him. Yes, I want 4 Contraband Cybernetics, please. Thank you very much.
Well, hopefully there's a couple more double crew slot scum ships in the works or down the track. Because right now it's just, if am I wrong? You can only put it on the Slaver, right?
I tell you what,
And the Falcon.
And the Falcon, that's right, yeah.
Yep.
Man,
The Mandalorian could provide us some stuff, though.
Mm.
TV series.
that TV show is going to give us all kinds of good scum goodies, I think. So, but to go back, I really do think all you're doing is just having Dengar. I mean, you're not even going to try to tricky fly him. I'm just going to bank around, and he dies, and then Old T and Fen just clean up. I mean, that's really all it is.
Like, everyone says, like, oh, Dengar can't maneuver. I'm like, he's a little restricted, but, like, say, opponent, I'm kind of like Lieutenant Tavson.
Yeah.
I shoot twice with OK mods. R5P8 helps that a bit. Tavson shoots once with a big gun, but really hurts if you shoot him too. So I'm kind of like Tavson. So if you shoot me, it's going to hurt still. So, I mean, granted, Tavson will live longer than Dengar, but Dengar is also I6.
And he gets to fire twice.
Always being able to shoot's good.
And if you really have to, you got a red barrel roll.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
worst case scenario.
You can put expert handling on him, but I would think Fearless is good for Dengar.
I would. I mean, to tell you the truth, if you're going to play him to die, just throw a dead man switch on him and call it a day. Just be like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
I think I'll spend the 1 point for Contraband. But yeah,
think about it though. I mean, there's a little bit of method to their madness because Sunfac's weakness is medium and big base ships because they're not tractored by just taking 1 tractor token.
Yep.
So you keep your 2 fangs behind your Dengar and you park your Dengar there, and Sunfac rolls in and you're just like,
oh, you were gonna play Sunfuck? Oh, okay.
Which
now, if Sunfuck brought his 6 Vulture buddies, then Dengar is going to be a sad panda. But
yeah.
So
along with the 2 fangs.
I guess we can clarify that now for people who may be confused. Like, Sunfuck cannot get his extra attack die unless something is tractored, not tractor token applied to them. The difference is a ship is not tractored unless they have the equal amount of tractor tokens on them as their base size indicates for.
Cat.
Yes, I know.
Doing Nami's job. I'm doing it. He fucking left the group, which is like a bitch move, but I don't know why. Whatever. We started talking about football for 2 minutes, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'm out." Whatever.
I think that there's a lot of Sunfuck apprehension. There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of anxiety, and yeah, I mean it's a powerful mechanic that they're introducing. But let's look at what we know. If you have a medium base ship, you're basically negating his pilot ability. If he does want to get around the board, he has no bank boost, and that's really hard to hit bullseyes without with a bow. I mean, you can barrel roll, sure, but bank boosts are really good for hitting bullseyes.
For you, buddy.
Yeah.
The one thing though is like you said, if you build a list with him that incorporates a lot of vultures, those medium and large bases most of the time are sitting at 2, but I think 1 agility mostly.
Yeah, they're gonna get chewed to bits by the vultures.
Yeah.
It's a great list. Sunfok is like what they needed. It was the ace that they needed to go with the 6 vulture droids. You don't have to rely on your hyena bombers anymore. You don't have to do the Belblobs or Beelzebubs or whatever the fuck they call them.
The Bulbasaurs.
It'll be very interesting to see, and I'm gonna get firsthand this weekend because OCX Hyperspace Trial this weekend, September 14th. Make sure you get there early because stuff. But,
and Ryan will see Tristan soon because the governor of Michigan is coming back down to get reelected.
Well, cool. I'm glad he's making it down for the event.
Yeah, there's actually 3 in the Midwest here. There's Michigan, OCX, and one I'm missing. It's in Illinois. Springfield. There you go.
Springfield's in October.
Oh no,
it's in October now.
Now we're within 60 days, so every single one of these tickets that people win are valid for this Worlds if you can make it and next one, right?
Correct. Unless they already have one and have already used it towards this Worlds, you can't bank it. It has to go to the next person to give them that choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how many people stay on the Sunday of Worlds for the first chance qualifier.
That was a nice little kind of like icing on the cake for those who are flying out Monday, but boy, I can tell you those who got the tickets for Sunday are like, fuck.
I'm flying out later Sunday. I might give it a shot.
Well, there's 30 of us invading the U.S.
Oh my God.
And I think of the 30, I think about 11 of us are coming by ground and the rest are coming by air. And then, a bunch of the guys that are coming by air are just like, forget it.
I got to get all kinds of fucking lanterns out and fucking just drive the excursion around. The Canadians are coming. The Canadians are coming.
By sea or by air. By by air.
They're coming from everywhere.
Well, if you guys don't mind, I'll pump us up here. So we're excited about this because our group is consisting of something that's pretty much never happened before, which is 4 provinces of players. So our country is ridiculously, stupidly massive, and we got 4 of the guys from the Sea to Sky podcast in Vancouver who are flying in to meet us, and then we've got guys from Ontario, crusty old Mark Stewart from Manitoba, which I'm told is a real place, but it's okay.
I go fishing there every year. It's a real place.
And then Ontario and Quebec. So it's going to be we're pretty excited. We've got our national champ Kelvin coming. I think of our group of 30, there's only 3 or 4 of them that have LCQ tickets, and the rest are all main event tickets. You guys, your Airbnb is it fairly close to the River Center? We're about like 11-minute.
About like
drive.
15-ish.
Yeah.
Don't even have one yet.
You don't have a place to stay yet,
I don't
Coach?
know. It's wherever Tyler's free room is from his Chicago System Open Championship.
Oh yeah.
For one,
he's flying in. If I go, I'm driving. So.
For one, I have multiple people that live in Minneapolis that we can go crash. Like it's. I think there's only 2 of us that are scheduled.
Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew. Shout out to my cousin Andrew. There's 2 of us that are playing the LCQ, so there's no reason to get an Airbnb for fucking Wednesday night. Now Thursday, Friday, Saturday. For one, I don't know why it's up to me. That's bullshit. I mean. I'm not that responsible of an adult.
Okay.
If your wife is going to talk over the podcast, she better be on the podcast. Damn it! Get her
I
on.
was just
Come on,
talking
Mark.
to her. Okay?
Come on, Mark.
She's,
She's
on the phone.
2.5 years she has not been on this podcast. I've gotten everybody else.
I can feel your embarrassment growing.
I'll get her one of these days. I'll get her.
I'm too old to be embarrassed at this point in my life.
Well, Coach, we're checking in. We're checking in on Tuesday, afternoon.
Okay.
We found a spot that's right on the transit line. So if you end up,
I'm still trying. I'm probably going to drive up Tuesday night, stay at Andrews.
Cool.
So I'm there Wednesday.
Mhm.
Whether or not business is crazy, I might actually have to come back here Thursday, Friday, and then drive back up Friday afternoon because, like, I'm going to make it. But if I do, then oh well. But I don't know.
Three Shadowport hunters.
Let's just say I am really cutting the line close with White Points if I can make another fucking 4-day X-Wing trip. I mean, Adepticon, Gen Con, and Worlds is really cutting into the old White. I think I can usually weasel my way into it. I don't know. We'll see. But
one day you have to ask Bruno what the translation of brownie points is in French. It's definitely not appropriate for the internet.
Oh.
It's not appropriate for this. There are young virgin ears listening.
There are no young virgin ears on this
not
podcast.
here.
If there are,
I mean, if there are, they're looking at a picture of Crits with Doritos.
All right, you're gonna pull it out to be fine. So in French, brownie points, as we know it, is defined as les people points, which literally translated basically means BJ points.
Oh, that's. Aren't they the same thing? I mean, you just cash them in for different things. Never mind. I was going to say something, but the filter stopped it.
It's like when you're about to say something and it leaves, and you're like, "No, come back."
Yeah. That's why one of these days I want to slowly move this over to Twitch because my wife has no idea what Twitch is. She knows what YouTube is. So
skulk in the corner on Twitch.
I'm always afraid one day she's actually going to like tune in and be like, "Oh God. This is what you do on Wednesday nights." I'm like, oh, yeah.
No, we're driving the Houndstooth into town on the Tuesday. We're gonna park it at the house. We're not gonna bring it down to the River Center probably until Friday, if anything.
Well, I will have the Decimator, so
we'll have another car as well, a caravan. So we'll probably just meet you somewhere and definitely not cause any trouble that would put anybody at FFG in any kind of hot water.
You know what? It's not the first time I've been in hot water with FFG. I'm to tell you, any FFG employees, if you're watching tonight, which I know you're not, and you're probably not listening either, but guys, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. If you want to kick me out, that's fine. But you're not gonna stop me and the hundreds of other people that are gonna be joining me from having a good time. So deal with it.
Literally hundreds.
You want to be
LCQ? The LCQ
want to be that guy?
What, 400 people?
Be that guy.
Have we confirmed or denied the capability of Kevin ID providing us with this awesome barbecue trailer set? Because of that.
The Houndstooth has a barbecue in it.
Oh, multiple barbecues.
I mean, I want to say yes, you have a barbecue, but I don't know if you've seen Kevin ID's.
It's impressive.
I mean, that's like Alabama football tailgating, like everything. Like that guy could cook fucking jambalaya, pancakes, and do a steak all at the same time.
Okay, so here's a legit question: if we're gonna do anything like that, and pancakes are at all a possibility, am I bringing some Canadian maple syrup?
You should for my consumption alone.
Literally put it on anything; wouldn't matter.
That's true. You can put it on a sandwich.
Should we make T-shirts that says FFG can't stop us all?
That's probably a little bit antagonistic.
Yeah.
We'll save it for Sunday.
It should just be FFG can't stop us all. We didn't go to Area 51.
Get on this immediately.
Yeah, I gave up Area 51 to come to World.
Back, can't stop us all.
Oh, jeez. Speaking of bad influences.
Oh, fuck the Naruto run. We're boots barrel rolling, baby.
Jesus.
So it's going to be, I think it's going to be interesting to see because the LCQ is about 400 people, and then there's
Well, it's
60,
maxed if they.
there's
assuming
64 tickets plus every unclaimed ticket, right? Every premier event ticket that doesn't get claimed or every hyperspace trial that ticket that doesn't get claimed, it's added to the 64 that are available in the
Really?
LCQ.
Mhm.
I didn't
So
know that.
ballpark it 90, 110 tops.
It's a solid amount because you also got to consider all the system opens and championship events that are outside of trials that don't have invites handed down that just go to top X amount of people and they don't trickle those down further. They just like stop.
Yeah, if the only kind of ticket that trickles down is the hyperspace trial ones.
You're saying I have a chance.
I'm definitely saying that.
Kinda
I don't know
what
if
was
I
thinking.
I get their logic, Ryan. It bothers me because we had a hyperspace trial in Eastern Canada a couple weeks ago that had 10 people at it. Somebody got a ticket.
Yep.
And then the notion is, okay, well, if you theoretically you could go to a hyperspace trial, and if you were the 32nd guy and all 31 of the people ahead of you had a ticket, you would get a ticket. But if you place 9th at a 500 person system open, you don't get a ticket. Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But you know what? In my opinion, is irrelevant, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, technically, if it wasn't for me doing as good as I did in Worlds last year, there would have been 2 times so far I've been top 16 at Gen Con and Adepticon. It would have been that 1 round away both times. But thanks for LCQ. Yay.
Yeah, I think it's a great, like, we've spent 2 years bitching and hollering about lotteries or click offs or all of this other stuff, and now they've structured it so that literally the best players in the world, people who have earned tickets, get there. And then there's this other one: if you want to be in this tournament, you make the haul all the way and you throw down the day before, your reward for playing 7 rounds of X-Wing is another 7 rounds of X-Wing.
Yep.
David Martin has a question for you, Tim. How many people have you had at your local hyperspaces?
It's a good question. Thanks, David.
Apparently,
So,
Cam answered it for you, and it says 40 on average.
well, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Cam doesn't drink, but he does consume staggering amounts of caffeine. So he's like,
He's like, 40. No.
40, 4. It's got to have more.
Cam's great. You guys have met him. He's a great guy. Great
Is
kid.
Cam the one who forgot his driver's license at the bar? No, because he was there to drink. Never mind. I'm trying to remember who that guy was. Damn it, Tristan. Tell me who it was. He's out at a bar because he can't even watch us. Anyway.
So we had an average of between 30 and 40 people per hyperspace trial minimum. The biggest ones we had were around 60, 65.
Oh,
And
wow.
the smallest ones, like I said, there were some ones in very rural parts of Canada, around 10 or 15 people.
I knew it was him.
Yeah, it was Cam. It does not surprise me.
I knew.
Caffeine ruins your memory, Cam.
That's right. He was supposed to DD Tristan home, and he couldn't even stay in the bar and not have a drink because he didn't have his license on him. Believe me, next year that won't happen because me and Ben, the bartender, are like this now.
Well, we tend to give Cam a lot of shit up here in Canada because
that was so sad. It was, and I feel bad, Cam, because I peer pressured Tristan to stay, and he stayed.
Well, one thing Cam can do that is one of his more redeeming qualities is we have a guy actually up here in Canada named John who's blind and plays X-Wing quite well, I might add.
You know, I thought about that in the shower today. Don't ask me why, but I was like, what if I was blind? Could I still play X-Wing?
So John
You just
is
answered my question.
an outstanding whisper player, like a really good whisper player. And
Whoa!
at the beginning,
Wait a minute. The blind guy is a good whisper player?
yeah. So at the beginning of the game, when you put all the rocks down, he always plays with a helper. Sometimes Cam's his helper, but at other events, we like Devin or Tristan or somebody will get somebody to be John's eyes and hands for the day. So he'll get his own table and he'll get his own. So he's part of the event. It's great. And at the beginning of the game, when the rocks go down, the helper will take his hands and they'll just put them over top of where the rocks are on the map,
Mm-hmm.
and he commits it all to memory.
No way.
And
Jesus.
he plays a game of X-Wing, and he'll ask questions like, would a 5 straight get me on that rock? And then the eyes would probably be, yeah, probably. But that's all he gets. He plays a game of X-Wing. I've played him, and it blew my mind.
That's fucking fantastic. Tim, next time you're on the show, if you can we want to get John on the show. That would be fantastic. I want to get him on the show. That would be awesome.
I'll leave it to Cam to ask him if he's.
I want to pick that guy's brain because I feel like he plays X-Wing better than I do.
I was saying that is definitely a perspective I'm pretty sure no podcast has gotten yet.
No, it hasn't, and I might be able to pick up some tricks or trades or something like that. Anyway, no, I think the LCQ was great. I think they should have announced it earlier, but again, what would the attendance have been at hyperspace trials if there was an LCQ? I don't think it would have been I don't think it would have been affected because it's still everyone. I'd rather drive 20 minutes or 30 minutes and get my ticket. But if I don't, no big deal.
The way I've always understood it is that the hyperspace trials are for the retailers, the stores, and the premier events like Grand Championships and System, those are for the players. So I think that's also why the tickets trickle down at hyperspace trials, because if you were a hyperspace trial and you had 15, 20 people coming and you couldn't give out a ticket to the top 4 guys.
It works the same as regionals, as the old regionals did. It's a vendor thing, just like store championships. Somebody already won a store championship. You can't have 2 regional buys. It has to go to the next one. So, but also I do think though on list choices it would have played a different. But we've already had that discussion, and that's neither here nor there because we're literally a month away from Worlds. I mean, pretty much a month and a week.
Content for podcasts becomes tough when you get this close to World because obviously everybody wants to ask the one question, which is what everybody's going to play, and you can't talk about it because it's like your damn business, man.
I've never been shy. You want to attack against my 3 Shadowport hunters? Go for it, buddy.
Well, I can share one thing. It's the same thing that I shared with all of the people in my group chat that we're coming with. Is that I plan on attending Worlds the same way I attended Coruscant with 2 balls and no bid.
Yeah.
I don't bring bids. I don't know.
Bids are for suckers.
Bids are for
That's what my team yelled at Outrider Cup. Bids are for suckers. We would have been a lot more right at Crate Cup though. But yeah.
You can't count to 200 and then minus points.
There's 200 points for a reason. Okay.
Yeah.
I showed up to a game one time. This guy had like a 19-point bid. I was like, you could fit a whole other ship, man.
So I'd be mistaken if I didn't ask the question to the previous Shadowcaster player in first edition. Have you been playing Ketsu since at all?
So
damn.
You're a Shadowcaster lover too, Coach? I didn't know that.
Man. I ran Bosk.
Boss Ketsu.
No, what's that?
Bosk Asajj. He did the job of the hut with the literal infinite glitter stem.
Infinite glitter
Nice.
stems? Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
That saucy Asajj with 4 glitter stems is just too good.
So there's 2 guys on our squad who are bringing casters. I'm not one of them, but I have definitely been helping them train them and stuff like that.
I was curious if they've been informed about the new card snapshot and its effect on the Shadowcaster title. Because that's a thing.
That's a thing now.
Oh, please do tell.
So snapshot is a shot. It's an attack. Shadowcaster title doesn't say primary.
Bonus attack. It's a bonus attack.
Correct. It's a bonus attack.
Shadowcaster says
And
after
hey,
you perform an attack that hits.
Range 2 is bigger than range 1.
especially on a big base ship.
And okay, sure, it's 2 dice. Unmodded. More likely, so are you, because you haven't taken an action yet unless you're a Jedi. Oh, look, snapshot. Oh, look, it hit you. Hey, Shadowcaster title, get a tractor. I'm going to pull you into range 1.
Come on in, baby.
Take another tractor. Because, you could. Ketsu can dish out 3 tractor tokens with the bonus attack, her ability, and her regular attack. How necessary is it? I don't know. Sounds dirty though.
It's a lot of conditions, but
It's another range band of Ketsu of just no.
Yep.
I also think that Ketsu's definitely one ship that Sunfox does not want to see packing down across the table from him.
Nope.
Baby.
I've played Vulture Swarm games.
That's like bringing a
against
knife
Ketsu.
to a gunfight. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at that nice little knife you got.
You get 1 token. That's so cute.
Look at my 45 caliber gun.
Yeah. So no, I've played a Vulture Swarm against Ketsu. I've won both games, but Ketsu one-shots vultures religiously.
Like it's her job.
It's
What did you have paired up with Ketsu? Or what did they have paired up with Ketsu?
they did the Ketsu Cavill Old Tarok.
Okay.
It's the most common one currently, unless
You get
people
the reroll.
start.
You get the yeah, I got you.
We've seen one other variant popping up on the internet. I'm not totally sold on it because the force is really good. If you drop Maul, you can afford, instead of Cavill, a ion cannon cartel spacer and a Jakku gunrunner.
Oh, some 4-ship instead. I mean,
You lose the force on Ketsu, which affects her ability to consistently land that range 1 attack because she then has only fearless.
well, so
But then you can actually, instead of Maul, take, I think you have like 1 or 2 points left over, so you can probably do something like
4-Lom's all right. I've seen that played as a cheap option, but I think if you drop Maul, 000 is the way to go. Because it's kind of like Force-ish.
I've also seen Ketsu with 2 cartel executioners. That was cool.
Okay.
Well, we have Mark back
Hi, Mark.
briefly. So I want to know what Mark's bringing.
Everybody just got still. And hey, Coach,
Yes.
I got something to show you.
Ooh, I want to see.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Because you're all kind of really still.
We can hear you.
Okay.
We're good.
For CAC, I shipped out 3 ships to Luke to have painted.
Ooh.
And Jonathan Conley from Denver said, you should get something for doing that. And it arrived.
Oh my!
What is that?
Oh,
That's a
That
reverse
It's
silencer
an
wings.
inverted wing silencer that Jonathan painted for me. But he said the great thing is that he magnetized the wings so
and they can turn around.
That's pretty sick.
And it looks like a Y-wing.
I can have a Y wing.
Jeez.
Yes. Yes. Oh my
And
God.
I thought that was so cool.
That is.
And thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate it very much.
Fantastic.
And then he said, so do you think you might fly first order? And I said, I might have to now. And he sent me a special range ruler that has yellow stripes on it. Apparently, I've been initiated into the yellow stripe team of the first order. So, ta-da.
Sweet.
That's a sick shit, Mark.
God damn it! Now I'm jealous.
So, how do we think that our good friend Mr. Wren is going to fare in this new?
All perfectly fine.
Really, you don't think an I6 dude with tractor beams and stuff is going to mess with Kylo?
Not if he lands in front of Tafs.
That's true. That's a sad panda.
Like, Sunfox want nothing to do with that. At the entire, actually, pretty much the entire Separatist army wants nothing to do with Tavzin. And usually with Tavzin comes along Kylo. So good luck dealing with Tavzin and the endgame of Kylo. First order faction, most of the time, because Kylo and Tavzin exist, trump almost all of Separatists.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one true Tavson counter, one true kryptonite for Tavson. And
Being lower initiative.
The jamming beam.
Jamming.
You just dump like 6 jamming tokens onto a first shot. Just boom. You have 4 jam tokens. Take all the actions you want.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh, well,
Cena Tabson that doesn't care about his tokens. He coordinates Kylo
Yeah,
and then
it's true.
kills your Poe, and then you're like, "Oh, I was out of arc. I won't not anymore."
Mm.
I'm gonna do no damage, but 5 jamming beams. See all
The
these?
worst would be if you shoot the jamming beam and miss, because then he'd still get an action.
Oh fuck! That's gotta be the worst. You're like, no, my plan is foiled.
C4, help me do damage
Exactly.
and jam. But yeah, no.
Well, I mean, like
Kylo.
we've seen a lot of stuff that's been doing okay, doing well in the last while. It's going to be really interesting to see how some of the things that have been doing well are going to fare when people start putting together these Y-wing lists and the Seppies with Sunfac, and
Mhm.
you know, we haven't seen any of the points change in any of the big factions, but some of these Force abilities like Foresight looks mighty good on those bloody TIE Advanced prototypes.
Could do that.
I was literally just gonna bring that up because it looks like all the TIE Advanced V1s are hyperspace legal now.
Mm-hmm. They don't have Jendon, but still really hard to kill. Extra shot's good, even though it's just bullseye, but it's bullseye all the way out 1 to 3, I believe.
Well, I saw on Dion's stream somebody had a rack and 3 Inquisitors.
Coach, I'm going to
Hmm.
back out because I can't hardly hear any of you guys, and I'm going to try to come in on a different router.
Pulling a Tristan.
Hey,
When he's ready to go, he goes.
he just fucking drops the mic, man, and he is gone.
No.
I want to just quick for our listeners, and because we're the first ones, I believe, podcasting with it. I just want to go down the list. The M3A interceptors move to hyperspace. R5P8, Lots Razi, Maul, BT1, Punishing One, all hyperspace. Pretty much anyone in Rebels is now in hyperspace, which we knew because
Except the attack shuttle. It's Sheathapede only.
They just didn't want Sabine in there. She makes for some great little 4-ship lists.
And
Well,
also
now
no Rebel TIE fighter either.
Now that doesn't make sense because doesn't Wave 5 come with the Ghost and the attack shuttle?
Sheathapede, not the attack shuttle. Yeah, they
Yeah,
re-released the
Ghost.
pack with the Sheathapede instead
Oh.
of the attack shuttle.
Shit. Oh, so you're gonna tell me that they're gonna release the attack shuttle as a separate small base ship? Oh,
No, man, they'll
there
package it
aren't
with the
many
Ghost again. Just let it happen.
there aren't many Leia carriers in Rebel better than the attack shuttle.
it'll be an alternate art paint job again, and a different peg for the Ghost, and you get it with the if they fucking do that, oh my god, rage, absolute rage.
I mean, so the Sheathapede is made in that model to dock. Like it docks on the Ghost physically, which is really cool. I'm pretty sure that was easier to do than the attack shuttle docking because those wings actually, like in the show, fold up around the ship. So logistically, it's probably easier to do the Sheathapede first anyway.
I get it, but I'm just saying, if they do release another Ghost attack shuttle pack instead of just the attack shuttle as a small base ship, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna use my power of the airwaves and take you down, FFG. I'm gonna do it.
I mean, let's be real. Introducing the ability to coordinate while stressed to the Rebel faction in hyperspace, that's not a little thing.
No, it's not.
You bring B-Wings that Talon roll, and now you can coordinate them.
I think the Sheathapede being hyperspace legal now is a big deal. It's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are you guys looking
all
forward
the
to?
pilot? Yeah, AP5 is in there. AP5 is in there.
Have we had an instance where they make like a? Have we had an instance where they make a chassis hyperspace legal, but not a specific pilot?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Not yet, anyway.
They are.
No.
All right. Beef time. A little bit here.
Oh,
Okay.
Fucking
FFG is long overdue to change the legality and swap things out of hyperspace. Okay, I loved the concept of hyperspace originally. I'm not even a card game player. Like, I know that's a thing in card games. They just rotate cards out and rotations and whatnot.
Huge thing.
Yeah, it's a big deal for a lot of. Destiny adopted it really quickly. They had to. So, they haven't done a thing. They've just been adding stuff. It is beta extended. It's not hyperspace. It's just, here is this stuff. Just keep adding things to it. Where's a rotation? Where's taking stuff out? Like, that should have been a thing by now. This isn't hyper. This high format is not really what I expected it to be.
I told you this a long time ago. They're not gonna take things out. They're just gonna keep building hyperspace until it's back to 1.0 and everything's legal.
But that's dumb, and the format was useless.
Super fucking dumb. Super dumb. But they're just not gonna do it because I don't see them doing it. I just see them keep pumping things in, and they can be done with this whole extended thing. That's what they're getting to. They want to be done with extended. Everything new that comes out. That's
Person.
He fucking came to your house.
So that's not Tristan.
It is now.
How you doing, bud?
Good.
He has been rebranded Tristan. Jesus, he looks like him. Kind
Yeah,
of.
he does. It's true.
I mean, granted, you're in Canada and everyone has a beard, and it's
It's like, right? Everybody has a beard. I was telling you. Yeah.
I'm close to Canada. It grew on me.
You're right. Once he got closer, I was like, "Oh, damn it, that's not Tristan."
So yeah, I just
Well, what
I
do we
get-
know?
I-
We know that when hyperspace was created, how many ships were in the Resistance faction? What, 6?
No.
when it was created, 4.
Yeah, it was 4.
Because
Okay.
then the resistance transport added technically 2 with the pod and the transport.
So I don't know if you guys watched that the FFG Studios stream. I think it was a couple of Tuesdays ago, and they were talking about the design space for X-Wing moving forward. And the reality is that they are getting to the edges of what ships they can introduce into the Rebel and Empire factions. Scum's a little bit different because it spans like the entire anthology, but there's just endless design space in Resistance and First Order going to go forward. You got the Mandalorian, you've got the new movies, etc. But from the competitive standpoint, I think they really only ever created hyperspace so that there was an even number of ships per faction to be able to use. But now that you're getting up there, it's like, well.
So while that I think is true to some regard, their Wave 3 weird update made no sense to me when they Separatist, Republic, add to the game. Sweet. Each faction has 3 ships. I mean, you can argue Republic technically had 4 because a CLT Jedi is way different than a 7B Jedi.
Fair point.
But and like they just decided to say, oh sure, Empire and hyperspace gets TIE bombers, TIE interceptors, and the Rebels get A-wings and B-wings. Like, I know they're iconic and whatnot, but they just like not even released as a re-release yet. They were just like, here, they're in hyperspace, and you're just like, why?
Well, I do agree with you, Ryan. I think there should be 6, 10 max. Like 6 is a good number.
Yeah,
Ships per
I
faction.
think 6 to 10 is a solid rotation amount. I mean,
but rotation is the key word there.
yeah, I just not stop adding.
Well,
Like, add the Ghost, take out the U-wing. I know the U-wing's sweet, but just something, right? Like, add the Lambda, take out the Reaper. Simple.
To boost his ego, Gordon's got. They were on record as saying that they'll make. They're on record as saying that they will make hyperspace a limited variant. I asked them that he asked this question at Epcon. They said it will happen. Sadly, we haven't seen it yet. or haven't seen the removal of ships yet. To tell you the truth, I think they're just gung happy that they're getting new ships. People are still buying ships. But eventually, and I don't know if it's, we all have to understand that FFG has the pipeline. Like, they know what ships are in episode 9. They know what ships are in Mandalorian. They know all this stuff on a conceptual basis, not like, I bet they get a rendering is all they get.
Yeah, they don't get told what the ship is and what it does.
No.
They're just like, here's a picture of it, so
Exactly.
you can make a plastic model.
We've seen this happen with First Order. They're like, fuck, we don't have names. So we just have to make up these bullshit names, Omega Leader, Omega, this and that. So I do think they'll get there eventually, but right now I think they're just riding the wave of hyperspace. It's like, we're all like, oh my God, everything's getting moved into hyperspace. And I tell you the truth, I think, Ryan, I'm sorry, you're the only one that's brought up, hey, wait a minute. We're supposed to be decreasing some ships at the same time. And it's true.
Bye, Patrick.
So
Bye, Patrick. Bye, Patrick.
I get the feeling that the first, was it the most recent points update, right? That happened in July, right?
June,
July, something like that.
ish.
So it was so close to when the Republic and Separatists were launched that maybe they didn't want to rotate anything out yet, and they were waiting to the next point. I feel like the points updates will be when the rotation happens. It just didn't gel well with the timing of the most recent points release for some reason in their mind. So
Let me ask you this, Ryan. Do you think that they make decisions for the sake of the competitive OP players, or do they make decisions based on something else? At the core of it, they're a business.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I understand.
There has
that.
been nothing but good things happen for their business with these hyperspace trials. Think about how many more retailers have had to host events.
Uh-oh,
people are driving. Hey, you're stealing my wine.
God damn it, Tristan.
Cheers.
Put the fucking wine down.
Yeah, I mean, like all these retailers that would never in a million years get awarded a regional have been getting hyperspace trials that people are driving hours and hours to be at.
I'll give you that. As a retailer, I'll give you that. That was huge for us. No, how big? I don't know. I have mine this weekend. Excuse me. I have mine this weekend, and I'll be able to tell you, was it a boon? Was it a waste? Was it was it a sport championship that I paid $200 for? Or was it just my regular Sunday afternoon fucking thing that I still paid $200 for and didn't get it? I'm expecting a big turnout or a large turnout. It's great for us. But my problem is 2.0 in the first place, and this isn't for every retailer, but 2.0, just the inception of it, lost me 5 players. And I'm a small business. I only had 15 to 20 players. Losing 5 players is big to me. And I maybe picked up 3 or 4.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this, Coach. Do you have a cafe in your store? Or like snacks?
Well, I have a burger joint that has an adjoining walk-through door.
Okay.
So they get, but I didn't have that before. I made the decision to get more rent money and screw the comic book store over a little bit by not having a window frontage. So, that might have had a little bit to it, but from every one of my X-Wing players that left, we serve beer. You can get beer and burgers at my place. Like we're
huge.
We're the mini FFG center.
Right. We have a couple of those in Toronto, and they tend to do pretty good. Because you think about it, you get 30, 40 guys come for an X-Wing tournament. They don't really buy anything. A few of them might buy a ship before the event starts, but if they're in there and they're consuming stuff from your cafe all day, that's great. That's profitable. But some of these other retailers who get a hyperspace trial, and then you get 30, 40 freeloaders who come and just make your store stink with BO all day.
I will tell you, I apparently scheduled the perfect date, even though it's on the Iowa State football game, because September 13th, Wave 5 release. September 14th is my hyperspace trial. And luckily, I was able to up my fucking Nantex and Y-Wing order to. I should make some good money. I should make some good money on Saturday. But at the same time, is it 2.0 and I have a fickle relationship. I'm not 100% on board. I understood the game needed to change. But at the same time, I don't know if it had to be. There's only one way to do it is just 2.0. Just scrap everything, go 2.0. They're gonna make up it on the back end with Epic. Epic looks awesome. I watched the video and I was like, check the box. I'm in. That's what I want.
I'm not saying that I know anything about Epic. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that it's going to be awesome.
That's going to bring my store back up from 2.0. And I'll tell you this, it's going to bring a lot of stores back up from when they lost players, back up to, oh, shit, I can use my big stuff now. And it's easier to play? Oh, yes. Like, thank you. It's not going to take me 5 hours to play a fucking Epic game? Awesome.
It's not. And I'm really, really interested to see what OP does with Epic, if anything. The space is there, the potential is there. I think the interest is there.
If I know my main man Wade, he's gonna knock that shit out of the park. And to tell you the truth, next year Worlds, I think. Oh, go ahead, Mark.
Nope, he's frozen again.
Very well. Thanks, Tim, for coming on. I'm going to bow out. Everything is really choppy, and I keep getting kicked out. So,
shout out.
Pop out. Okay.
Do your shout outs. Oh, he does. He just fucking drops that mic, and he's just like, "I'm out, boys." Fuck it. I'm done.
Boats and hoes.
You know, and this is the loyalty the OCX community has. That man can barely hang on for an entire episode, but you'll have to chop my left nut off before I kick him off the entire cast because he's always welcome. Mark is always on the show half the time. Oh, anyway. I'm sure Mark wanted to shout out Tim and probably me and Ryan.
And R.I.P. Tristan.
And Tristan. Jesus. I kind of feel bad for the guy, but we have Patrick in the background, so he's providing way more entertainment for me.
It's true.
Okay, is he building a shelf? Because it seems like he's trying to build a shelf back there.
All right, I'll do the spiel. So Pat's my brother-in-law, my wife's sister.
You have to.
My wife, my daughter. Oh, thank you. The six of us all moved into this big house together. And Pat is a avid collector. He has a staggeringly good comic book collection and figures and some other stuff. So,
number one question for Patrick, and this will be determined if I like him or not.
Sure.
What is his favorite comic book series?
What is that?
That's the joke.
Oh, that's Joker. Okay. What's his favorite comic book character?
Favorite comic book character. The Joker? Hold on a second. Patty. Yeah. Patty Cakes. What's your favorite comic book character?
Hero, Batman, villain, Joker.
Hero, Batman, villain, Joker.
Okay. He is 5 gold stars, top of the level. He gains my respect.
I tried to convince him to come to Worlds, but
Oh, he should go to Worlds.
You should go to Worlds. I know. I just like the road trip alone, but no.
Oh, just to meet me would be worth it. Whoa, fuck. Anyway,
Taking one quick little step back, I just wanted to say we're actually going to get to see Epic in action on the Wednesday, right?
Yeah, side event.
The Coruscant, yeah.
the side event is Epic, and I'm sadly going to be playing. So
Well, there's Coruscant that could have Epic or may or did. I don't know if they announced that, but there's also actual Epic team events at Worlds too.
No, they've communicated to at least some of the Coruscant ticket holders that they've communicated two things. One, we haven't sorted your hotel accommodations out yet. Awkward. Two, there's going to be Epic, so bring your Epic ships or buy them from us in American dollars.
yeah, spend money. All right, I think I got this. All right, now we're good.
So yeah, to answer your question, Coach, I told you we just moved in. Pat's got a massive room that he's setting up. We're dubbing it the trophy room.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Mute!
Whoa!
Oh, holy shit! You guys got a lot of work to do. You have a lot of work to do.
Dang!
Oh, but that's like the best work to do.
Oh no!
Where's Tempo? Mute. Okay, there we go.
I think he's aware. He can hear it.
I think I'm saving everyone else, but we're still hearing it. But there you go. Now you're unmuted. Speaking of trophy cases, I saw a certain someone's trophy case that they just put together this weekend. Who could that be?
Nah, my wife got it for me for it's either birthday or Christmas. Which one was it? They're so close together. One of the two. And
Are you a January baby?
no, February.
Oh, okay.
She's the January. So like Christmas, her birthday, my birthday, all of it got into the year, and then we're good.
And then your parents, both sets of your parents, just give you one gift for all three. It's like
No, we're far enough away, luckily. So, but it's all that time of year where we're just like gift for you, and like, oh, there's Christmas. So like, oh, I still got to buy a gift for you in about a month, a gift for you in about another month, and
Like, I'm really tempted to go out and buy a really nice glass case, just like you have, and just like Duncan has. Jeremy Howard. Jeremy Duncan?
Duncan Howard.
Duncan, whatever. Fucking who cares? And then I'm just going to place my 2016 Store Championship Range 3 ruler. And then my 2018, I'm just going to place all my range rulers in there. And then nothing else. Because that's all I've won.
One range ruler per shelf.
One range ruler per shelf. Oh, I do have some challenge coins that I won. So it'll be range ruler challenge coin, range ruler challenge coin.
I never got good enough to get the challenge coins before they were done.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to frame all the pictures of all the friends I've made in my X-Wing community. And that's going to be my trophy case. Fuck you guys. I am the most lovable person in the world because I'm going to do that. That's going to be great.
Well, nobody loves challenge coins like Cam. He's actually beg, borrows, stolen, and traded for almost everyone. I think he's only missing one of them that have ever been like Euro.
I better have it.
Like
what year?
I don't know. I'll leave it to Cam to
Cam.
To come
if you're
back
still in the chat, what year are you missing? Because I guarantee you I have it.
The bartering.
You get me John on the show. You get Cam and John on the show. I'll send you that challenge coin.
That's a fair deal.
Because unless it's the Boba Fett one.
Oh.
the original medallion one that they came out with. That one's high stakes, man.
Oh, he's got all of them now.
Oh, he has them all now. Fuck, we're screwed.
It's over.
I do. In the middle of the show, though, I do want to shout out Chad. Hopefully, the man always does come through, and I never asked for him. But he always gives me one of the CAC challenge coins that they get. And I was wondering if I was going to get one this year. And I met him, like I saw him at Gen Con. I was like, Chad, or was it? Yeah, it was Gen Con. And he didn't have it, and he didn't bring it up. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to get one. And then the next day, he's like, oh, I totally forgot. Here you go. So,
Well, we're talking about prizing. I mean, Worlds could also be referred to as the Plo Koon appreciation event. But
It's pretty cool.
what do we think about the prizing? I'm kind of
I
like,
think they stepped it up a notch.
yeah. Oh,
They took all the money from the Grand Championships
Is that
that
from
they were going
Bond?
to spend, and they just spent them on the World's prize.
What is that?
it's M's.
Oh, it's M's little dog that sits on her day. Yep. I knew what that was.
That's pretty cool.
Should have never let him on the screen. No, it's just going to be a never-ending. Look at the cool shit I got.
I mean, over there,
Yep.
display case, that's like a third of the rest of the wall, which is also more display case. So that section there is all Funko Pops. My wife is to blame for that mostly.
Yeah,
But also she got me plenty of Star Wars ones, so she fed into that. And then further beyond there is a bunch of figurines, and that is all hers.
Sweet.
But all the shelving came with the house. We loved it. It's great.
See, it's not fair because you have a wife with a hobby. My wife is just her hobby is make me do shit.
My wife is a nerd just like me. She just has different nerd stuff.
Now, my wife has hobbies. Usually they revolve around sliced television, like 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, your wife and my wife will have a great time. Just MTV all the time, baby. They came out with a new Hills fucking season, and I'm like, no. It's like the Hills, but they're all 35 now and like not pretty and plastic surgery but still the same bullshit. Oh my god. I do it because she lets me go to these things. She doesn't know it, but I'm counting that as wife points. Whenever I want to watch my show and she's like, you watched your show the other night. I'm like, no, I didn't. News is not a show.
Les people poem on them.
Yeah, it's a lot better when your shows that you watch are ones you both like together. It's a great time.
I did. Oh man, I made her watch Battlestar Galactica way back in the day. She's like, "Oh my god, another sci-fi show." After the first season, she's like, "Yeah, I watched half of the second season already." I'm like, "What? Without me? Like, what the hell?"
We totally find stuff we both like. I think two of our favorite shows that we both collectively like, The League. I don't know if you guys know that one on FX.
Oh shit, I love The League. Oh my god, that's the only reason. That's the only way I got her into fantasy football.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Oh, by the way, don't get into a fantasy football league with your wife. Not a good idea.
Nope.
No, it's a trap.
Yep.
It's a tarp.
Boston Legal's another really good one with a couple of
I love
really
Boston
good Canadian actors in it. The Shat, Candace, James Spader. Yeah, good one.
I got her into Walking Dead, and like we both kind of went after the 7th season. We're like, is this going anywhere?
Like
and then Fear of the Walking Dead
opera.
came on, and we're like, yay! And then now they're both just kind of,
It's like a soap opera with zombies.
Yeah, it was
That's what
fun.
I've noticed about that show. Like, it got a lot of hype in the beginning, but it just hasn't aged well. They just seem like they're running out of ideas.
They took hey, classic, take a show, make it out of the comic book. Oh shit, the comic book writers aren't keeping up with how fast we're making these shows. So now we just have to make shit up.
But where do you go in that show? At the end of season 1, the CDC exploded.
To tell you the truth, I think it's season 10 is the end. They're going to make a movie, and it's all going to be happy days, and then it's going to be done, and that's fine. I'm good with that.
Oh.
X-Wing. Actually,
Yeah.
no. Book of the Sith.
Oh, yeah. I have those books, except he's got the special holocron.
Why wouldn't he? Let's see the holocron.
Can I see the holocron? Nice. We're getting the holocron.
Don't fucking open it. It ruins the value.
It's not mint in box anymore. Man.
I want to play with my toys, goddammit.
So what do we think about no dice at Worlds this year?
That is weird.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, fuck. You know, that's dumb. We went over it last episode, but it's still stupid.
I'm a dice guy.
Everyone's a dice guy. Everyone's a fucking dice guy. You have dice at regionals, you have dice at nationals, you have dice at worlds. It's not that hard. There's thousands of combinations of dice. We don't care. We just want the prestige of everyone going, oh, those are national dice 2017. Oh, those are regional dice 2016. Oh,
It's taped closed. It's mint in box. I'm not opening it.
Does is this the would this if they don't have dice for this world? Is this the first worlds without dice?
no.
Technically not because they've recycled the dice for 3 years.
No. There was a Worlds Without Dice. What was it? 2017, I think, didn't have dice. 2018 didn't have dice.
No, 2018 was
2018 was like last year.
2017 and 2018 were the red and green marble.
Yep.
2016 were the gold and silvers.
That's right.
which
They had the
I-
same. They had the same dice. That's what it was.
So I had to win a set of Boba Fett templates from a system open, sell them to buy two, one gold and one silver of those 2016 Worlds dice to complete my collection. I have two of every
Wow.
kind of dice.
You know
But-
what? I think
But then these a-holes come along with their Outer Rim game, and now everybody has gold dice, and I'm like,
okay. I've told the story a couple times, but I'm going to tell you it again. Adepticon this year.
how many people had gold dice? Tell me the truth.
It's me, Chicago, Kyle Stoos, Wade Pichet, Jerry Russell, and Grasser. And we're up in like the lounge area just drinking beers. And Wade had to sit in the most uncomfortable, like it was like an art piece fucking chair, and he didn't know how to sit in it. So he's already uncomfortable already. And we were just talking bullshit and shooting the shit. And somebody brought up the Outer Rim game. And the minute he said it, is like, I don't want to fucking talk about it.
It's a sore spot.
Well, and like we're like, well, Wade, now we have to talk about it.
Yeah, that was a visceral enough reaction to be like,
it was instantaneous, and I didn't get it. And most of us didn't get it, except for I think Grasser got it, and I'm not even sure Jerry got it. But Grasser's like, yeah, how about that World's dice in the Outer Rim? And Wade was just like, I don't want to fucking talk about it. And he
Too soon,
proceeded.
guys. It's too soon.
He proceeded to tell us that he didn't even find out that they completely ripped off his World's dice color scheme until he saw it on the Minox Facebook page.
oh,
Ouch.
He's like, I saw it on the Minox Facebook page, got up, walked over to fucking whoever, and just chewed ass.
oh, jeez.
So the only
He was
way that
fucking
you can
hot.
actually tell if they're authentic is the silvers, the evade dice, right?
Yep.
Because if I'm not mistaken, there's none of the silver.
No,
ones
the
in
silvers
other
aren't in
ones.
there. So if you have the silvers, you actually won them. But it's still like a giant shit on Wade's forehead. Like, come on. Of all the color combinations you could have came up with, you literally just pulled an old PO from 2016 going, oh, we need some dice that look like X-Wing dice. Oh, this one will do.
What I was really hoping for was, so we've seen the trophies, the dice trophies.
Holy fuck, don't get me started on those.
So I've seen, and you guys know the regionals dice are black with red and green on the emblems. Well, how cool would a Worlds of Dice have been if they had been black with gold and silver on the emblems? Like that would have been really cool.
Super cool. I
And
would be
not
all in on that.
Not tremendously difficult to do, I don't think. But
I personally think that the fucking trophies that you win for winning a gigantic fucking huge event, and it's like this itty bitty like little tiny like fucking dice. I'm like, we were all thinking it's a giant fucking dice, like it's this fucking big, right?
No,
like
it's-
I'm like,
that's a
yeah,
softball.
baby, and you're like, yay, I won. I'm like, no.
So I'm saying it right now, Coach. I'm putting it out there. I'm throwing it down. If you come outside at Worlds and you bring one of those Outer Rim dice and you smash it to bits in front of me, then you can have some Canadian maple syrup.
That's it.
or a beer, whatever's easiest.
Well, let's see. It's $10 a dice for a $60 game. Is your fucking maple syrup worth $10?
In your country, yes. In our country, no. It grows on trees, literally. In our country, so.
I don't run anything that throws any more than 5 attack dice anyway, so sure, why not? The game's fun, but I don't think you need all 6 dice. Do you need all 6 dice for that? Chat, Outer Rim, do I need all 6 dice? Can I smash 1? You know what would be better? If we smashed it, scooped up all the remains, and just put them in little baggies and handed them out to the top 16 and go, here's your dice.
Here's the dice. Maximum disrespect.
Smash one of them, put it in a little bag, write Wade on it.
From Wade
with
anger. I have to take a piss before I get into this next topic, which he has not gotten back to me on. Oh, wait. Maybe he has. Nope, hasn't. That piece of shit.
So commercial break then?
I mean, we're kind of late for a commercial break if you're still on your. Oh no, wait! It's 11:30 Central Time.
It's iffish. 1:35. We'll take a commercial break. Short one. It's just a pee break. Just a pee break.
I'm gonna do the same.
But
Tim, you get to entertain the crowd unless you need to do a pee break.
You get to show the crowd what Patrick wants, like his prize possessions. You know what? I'll even fucking widen the screen out. Oh, he's already look at it on point. Look at this. Hold on, don't show it yet. On point.
It's empty.
It's empty. That dick.
He was having me on.
Why am I still? All right, we're gonna shrink me down. We're gonna shrink me down to just a little guy. Okay. Tell Patrick this is his. Tell Patty Cakes this is his special time.
So Patty Cakes, we're gonna just showcase all your stuff one bit at a time.
He's got 3 minutes.
Good morning, X-Wing. No. What do we got next? Oh yes, this is a classic. This is Frosted Flakes, Corn Flakes, and Corn Pops Star Wars editions. Battle of Hoth, Battle of Yavin, Battle of Endor. Delicious, nutritious, and nerdy. Well, we were talking earlier about prattling on and how it's hard to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Ugh. Never abandon the stream. The socks and sandals story. Oh, Cam. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell them the socks and sandals story. So in Canadian X-Wing, if you roll 2 hits and 2 crits, one of the things some of us do is yell socks and sandals. It's a story from what happened at Coruscant last year. Tristan and then Cam and Kelvin and those of us who were at Coruscant, we were at the parking lot of Target, or Target, as it's known in Canada. And we were in the parking lot and the guys were inside the Target. And this asshole gets out of his car. I say he's an asshole because he was like white polo shirt, popped collar, like
oh shit,
sunbeam hat,
Douchebag.
Yeah, just douche. And just a douche. And he's walking past, and of course he was wearing socks and sandals. And he's walking past the van, and just as he walks past the van, I yell socks and sandals. And he looks up from his phone just enough to walk straight into a pole. So now if you roll 2 hits and 2 crits, you yell socks and sandals. Yeah.
You know what? I'm not even going to constitute this as a fucking commercial break, so we're just going to roll right through it. I'm pretty sure Timbo entertained everyone. So
No, I didn't. I literally got up and walked in the room, and it was like,
Oh,
there.
awesome. Okay, well, I'll have to find that one out.
I was gonna go see what Patty Cakes had to show us. He's got his Joker figurine up there, but he's just unpacking all the boxes. And I did show everybody this one though, Coach. You missed it. This is Frosted Flakes, Star Wars edition, cornflakes,
Oh wow.
What?
collectible.
Voodoo Ranger Atomic Pumpkin.
Ooh, very nice. It is fall, pumpkin beer time.
I think it's the first time I've had a pumpkin beer.
So I put a call out because I'm wondering. So I'm going to take you back almost a year and a half ago. Is when we had the last Worlds, May 2018. Does that feel like fucking forever ago for everyone else?
A little bit.
We had,
So
a,
that was the that was,
we had a viewing party for it.
Did you really?
At a pub in Toronto. Oh, there you go. There's a gooder.
Well, I only bring this up because that was the last year we had the Goldies.
Oh yes, the Goldies. VWTV Live won Best International Podcast, I might add.
I know. I was there. Sort of there.
Yeah.
There
Anyway,
in body.
and I'm going, it's a month away, right? And I
Yeah.
have not seen a single voting application.
Not even
okay,
sure if it's going to happen again.
Yeah, let's be real. I mean, Dion forked out a good chunk of change to host that last year. He had to rent the venue, etc. And he's just come off a 6-week round the world trip.
Oh, ridiculous.
I mean, God knows he's done well in the community. He's not making money hand over fist. He's covering his expenses and stuff like that. I mean, he may have made more on the trip than he would have as a substitute teacher in the summer, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, he did get to go.
I'm gonna go with he's doing fine. I think he's doing
Sydney's an awesome town. If you've never been to Australia, it's just an outstanding town.
You don't do literally a world tour if you're just breaking even. No wife in the world of wives will let anyone do that if you're just breaking even. Although his wife is pretty fantastic, so maybe I don't know.
Do you think he'll actually? Do you think he'll do the Goldies again this year or not?
See, that's the thing. I would have thought that the voting at least would be out by now. It takes a while.
Well, one thing that's true about Dion is he doesn't like to disappoint anybody. And when you give a trophy and an award to somebody, you have to disappoint somebody else. So
I'm pretty gonna go through with it. I emog right now, but it is interesting that it's a month away and we haven't seen anything. Now, granted, it takes 2 weeks to do it. Whatever. But it doesn't take him 2 weeks to make up. I mean, he had cards, he had plaques, he had the whole thing. You can't just start something like that and then not follow through with it.
Well, I was in the orchestra when I was a young man and a kid. I was in Toronto City Band and all that stuff. I can't see him ever getting to a place where he would full on leave that because it's so much fun. And you get to teach kids about it and stuff like that.
It got real close when he almost thought he could leave his job.
Wow.
It was close. But again, I think what you're talking about is the love for the kids and the music and stuff like that. Like he's just, I'm not going to give that up. I love that.
Well, I mean, the other thing you got to think about is we all love X-Wing, but how much X-Wing is going to be around in 10 years? There's still going to be orchestra teaching in 10 years, right?
Oh, hi, Tyler. Thanks for jumping in.
Hey, Star Slinger.
But anyway, it jump started something. It was like, the Goldies, I gotta win a Goldie. No, maybe not for everybody, probably just for me. I really wanted to win a fucking Goldie. Like I put in the time, put in the money and this and that, blood, sweat, and tears. I got nominated. I was very, very thankful for that. Super 1 year out of the gate. Birmingham Barons fucking cheated and got my Goldie that I was supposed to win. But, no hard feelings. A little bit, but no hard feelings.
Don't say the word Goldie and technicality in the same
Don't
sentence.
fucking
Default.
It's bullshit, and I'm not going to bring up the story again because it just brings up bad memories. It was mine. I told Andrew Knuckles he should just give it to me because it's rightfully mine, but he wouldn't do it.
But you can think about the good. This is something that's rarely mentioned by Coach when Goldies come up. The amount of emotion he had when the award given to Chico occurred. Coach was a big bear friend.
I was a goddamn little boy crying my eyes out in the corner is what I was.
Yep. That was a moment.
It was awesome because he deserved it. He did it. I mean, it was fantastic. It was a great time. I think the party was awesome. Even though we got like 15,000 noise violations. But
so I'll give a fun fact.
Say, we could do this at a bar easily.
Yeah. I mean, downtown St. Paul, as you know, because I've sent you some photos, Coach, I've been like bird's eye view scouring the fucking area looking for parking lots and stuff, right?
There's 4 or 5 right there.
There are.
That if we go to them like, hey, can we have the place if there's 150 people in there? And they're like, yeah.
You nerds drink, right?
They're like, we drink. There's gonna be 150. Like, just let us have free Wi-Fi and we're good.
Well, here's hoping that he does do it. Yeah, I mean, like, I know that when Victor and Travis got their Goldie, they were very touched because they host stream almost everything that Dion does, and vice versa. Whenever they've got something going and Dion doesn't have a live stream going, he usually hosts it for them. So it's good.
Yeah. Fucking Tyler Tippett has a goddamn Goldie, which is bullshit. Which is fucking bullshit.
I'm reading Tyler in the chat too. Fun fact, Tyler, in America, Fireball is like 30% alcohol. In Canada, it's like 19%. It's a liqueur.
Anyway, I mean, if the Goldies don't happen, if I absolutely have to keep this thing going, I'm like, what does OCX call the gold? Like, is it still the Goldies? I feel like I can't steal that name. Like, I'm gonna go with like the Snokies, where they're high in prestige, but they really don't mean anything. Or do I go the Xies? I mean, what
the no fuckskis?
The no fuckskis. The tryhards. I like the tryhards.
The on top skis.
The on top. We could have the on top skis. The golden pull tabs. Let the past die. Oh, you just get a mold of Snoke and just underneath it, just let the past die.
Oh man. Dion could do a Let the Past Die award, and he could give that to you.
Oh. Hey, I thought I've done very well this year. I've let the past die. I mean, give or take a couple episodes, but I've been very good. Good.
You could win the best store owner award.
I'm going for like most improved podcast host.
Less drinking.
I mean,
is it though?
Less percentage of alcohol
okay,
intake.
Sure.
Yeah. How about we'll do that?
Yeah.
I mean, to tell you the truth, the Gordon rule should win a Goldie.
Gordon doesn't deserve things with his name and more
It doesn't
awards.
go to Gordon. It goes to me.
But his name's on it, though.
Well, that's fine.
It's Coach's rule.
It's my rule. I just gave it a name.
It's like saying Murphy gets the award for Murphy's Law. It doesn't work that way.
It should have been the Chris Allen rule the whole fucking time anyway, but Gordon was just there.
In all seriousness, though, Coach and Ryan, I just like I joked about it on the Minot page, but I do hope that all of the clubs across the U.S. and Canada we put our petty little regional squabbles aside and just realize that we all got to get on the same page and make sure that the damn cup stays on this side of the pond this year, not let it go back to Angleterre.
Yes.
Ugh.
What?
Worlds needs to be won by someone in North America. Damn it.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay, now I got you.
There's
Don't
enough
worry,
talent.
I got it.
There's definitely enough talent. I know that the Howards they're going to bring their A game and Topsky's going to be there.
Uno Howard.
You got it.
Worlds is going to be a dumpster fire. Hey, when you see Coach in the top 16, then you know shit's really bad. Like, it's really, like, even the developer's going to go, what did we do? Don't worry, I'll bring it home. Okay. No, I'm not gonna speculate. I'm not gonna jinx myself because I'm pretty sure I got a solid list. So
Tyler's right. Europe's going to show up ready to play.
oh man, they are gonna be hot and heavy. I mean, okay, let's just get into it. Let's get into a little early Worlds talk here.
I mean, early. We're like literally a month and a week away.
Yes.
So
yes.
there's a German European champion. You've got the great players from the Dutch players are coming.
Poland's showing up. I guarantee you Poland's going to be there.
I think the 186 squadron is bringing like 4,800 guys with them. So they're not just going to sit by and let us suntan and win a trophy.
No, not at. And it's kind of funny now that you think about it. Like, what did we do? We went America, and then we never won it again. It was like X-Wing took off, and they're like, "Oh, we know how to play this game better than you do," and they do. Fuck. Oh, Jerry Russell, you are our last hope, but actually, no, Ryan, you are our last hope, but.
I think it may be fair to say though the playing field has never been more level than it will be this time around.
I am so excited for this Worlds. So excited. Especially with America going over for the X-Wing European Championships. And then Canada's just fucking there. They're just always there. It seems like America's not really the U.S. I gotta stop saying America because we're all Americans.
Yeah, the Mexicans are bringing a couple of guys.
The Mexicans are coming up. You know what I love about it though? It's truly a world's competition. Like they added that LCQ in there, which just everyone internationally, even if you're 10 hours away in flight time, you're like LCQ done, I'm going.
At least if I scrub out, I still have Thursday, Friday, Saturday to see the bustling metropolis of St.
At least I get to compete. I get to hang out with all these awesome people. I get to play a bunch of side events. I get to do Epic. I get to do all this stuff. It literally is FFG Con now with the LCQ event. It makes it worth it. Like you said, it's not going to be top 64. It's going to be probably top 90 people are going to make a cut into the World Championships. Well, all the people who don't show up that have the tickets, and they're like, well, I can't make the flight. Oh, well, normally they just drop that off. But you're saying that just gets added onto the LCQ.
That's the word.
And that's fantastic because that just makes it even better, baby. Like that money's even better. Like I got a better chance to make it.
I'm actually really interested how they're going to do the splits for like day 1As and Bs for all the people that finish it, right? If you finish the LCQ and then you pull the short straw and you have to play day 1A, that sucks. At least if you get a day off to play day 1B, that's better.
Oh, I'd rather go straight from LCQ to day 1A.
Really?
Oh yeah.
See, I chose day 1A for the exact opposite reason. If I did manage to not scrub out 2 and 5,
yeah,
then I would want a day of rest and recoup before the the day on Saturday.
The dice hand gets cold. The dice hand gets cold. You
It's-
gotta
there's
you gotta
other
keep
ways to
that
keep it
baby
warm.
rolling.
Coach,
Oh!
you got to think logistically here, right? Done playing game X Wing. What's one of the first things you want to do? Go to the
Drink.
bar.
Drink.
Exactly. Go to the bar. Drink. Next day, if it's the cut game or day 2, it doesn't work well.
Now, I know I haven't been to a whole lot of tournaments with you guys, but I always play better when I'm drunk. Always play better when I'm drunk.
I'm not you.
The little man up here is just silence, and it's just gut instinct. It's always my gut. It's always better, unless I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna do that. No, I'm gonna do this. Turn, and then no, it's just like, aha, 15th beer of the 36-hour run. You're like, fuck it, let's roll the dice.
Well, I don't mean to be offensive, but Ryan, your first mistake is waiting until the X-wing is done to start. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's wrong.
pro
there.
tip.
Pro tip: drink while you play. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay.
Well, not hold on. Just keep going. But I'll be
Yeah. Like, what are we waiting for? I don't
I
know.
was going to say.
Any other things that jump out to you for Wave 5? Besides, all right, I'll get this one out of the way. Precognitive reflexes, too freaking cheap. That's just
very
me.
cheap. It's very cheap. You look at it and you think to yourself, the biggest problem with Supernatural was Vader and Luke, right?
Kylo.
Kylo, sure, but the way that the Force abilities on Vader and Luke worked were even better, because Luke would always have a Force when he's getting shot at later, and then Vader could utilize the Supernatural to get everything else he needed. With this, because you can't do any of it, now you're talking about coordinating before you activate, and you're having to put stuff in your list to accomplish that. I don't think it's going to be as big of a boogeyman as everybody thinks. I mean, you think about a Jedi with it.
So I think unfortunately, because God, I want Order 66 to come sooner. But like Kylo will still pay the supernatural tax, to be honest. If he's taking a reflex, you'll pay 14 more points to get supernatural, to be honest. It's still that worth it on him because he's I5. You're not paying 32, you're paying 24. But the precognitive reflexes, like money on Vader, because now like I now have, like, let me double check. I'm pretty sure precognitive reflex just gives him boost now. Just
Yeah,
pretty
it does.
sweet.
Yes, it does.
It gives him boost all game long now.
All game long.
So
Well, I mean, if
with
he
only
turns
taking a
Force,
strain, woohoo! I'm not meant to be shot in the first place.
As
Granted-
Cam says, oh no.
Oh no,
Cam, if you're going to go on one of your classic rants, can you do it in a different forum, man? Or at least let us get like a soapbox. Coach, have you got a soapbox in that room of yours?
You're looking at it right now. You are on my soapbox.
yeah. I mean, granted, it's for Vader to escape in most cases. It's not for him to
Yeah, it's for the
engage because he
Jedi-
doesn't get
the
his
Jedi to escape as well. And
Oh yeah, the Jedi are the worst offenders of precognitive reflex at this point. So
the thing that bothers me the most about it is if you can get sense in your list as well, then you could put precog on your low initiative Force users and still get full use out of it, because you're sensing where the higher initiative guys are going, and then you can precog and block like a beast. But I mean, now if you're putting that in lists with Jedi, now you're not getting your 20, 10, 15, 20 point bids that you used to anymore, right? So that's going to be interesting to see whether people favor the R2 Astromech spare parts canister regen strategy or something like precogs, right?
yeah, I think when in doubt, don't get shot. So
It's the most reliable green dice, the ones you don't have to roll.
exactly. So
true. So true.
the weird part is though, like, and it may be because it wasn't available, but the fact that these aces already were fine without it. Like Kylo honestly has been still performing really well without supernatural reflexes anyway, because he's got ships like Tavzin and either another Upsilon or quick draw around him to push him to the end game, where Kylo's just really hard to kill. Like you rarely see a game where Kylo actually dies. Like most games against First Order, they're won on points because either Kylo finished everything off, or he just barely survived. Barely as in like he mathematically actually was just going to roll evades and have force and still live anyway because he's a 6 health, 3 agility ship that can go really fast.
Fun fact: Ketsu usually one-shots Kylo if she can catch him.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Espresso
one
with
shot
Snapchat.
to
Fuck.
half health, but man, that Kylo messed up.
Jesus. Don't do that. If you're
Yeah,
a
don't do
Kylo
that.
player, you see Ketsu,
Park your Kylo in front of her.
run away.
That Kylo player really messed up. Easy.
Um,
No, you're gonna have some world-class Kylo players in Minnesota.
so I don't know if this is true or not. It's coming from Teller Tippett, so I'm going to assume it's true. He goes, "What if I told you you could have sense on the Grand Quiz and a precog Vader alongside Jendon? With
Seems good.
FCS on both, they don't need extra actions."
Probably not. I mean, Jendon gives them the FCS, so I assume that quiz may have access to concussion missiles. If not, I guess whatever.
That might be too expensive. Well, he probably does, but
Sense on Grand Inquisitor allows for that coordinate from Jendon to be even more effective in that, so
But
that
is-
he knows where to put Vader to maximize his actions.
is this not what we want for Worlds?
Price hammer.
The fucking Wild West.
You get a Palp Jendon quiz with Sense FCS and Vader with precog FCS is 198.
Jesus.
So,
God
yes,
damn it, Tyler.
Wild West is cool. Chaos meta is fun. I will caveat that with, and I think a few people have brought this up before. Wave 5 is introducing / reintroducing mechanics into the game that are extremely difficult to get the points right for. You got pre-movement with reflexes. Before you move, you can just change your ship's position. You have snapshot, which is shots outside of the engagement phase. It's always difficult to
against
handle.
people with no tokens.
No tokens, and it's a bigger range band. Range 2 is huge. And then
Quick take. Yes or no? Sorry, quick take. Snapshot being back in the game, good or bad?
Fun.
Fun.
I'm going to say bad because of the range 2 band.
I'm going to go with bad because of the range 2 band as well. It
I think
should have
it's
stuck as range 1.
I mean,
They couldn't make it range 1. The wording on some of the range 1 abilities now would give people too much stupid shit with snapshot.
which ones would that be though?
Is it only range 2?
Only 2. But it's still bigger. And a lot of like if you think about it, how often
snapshot in 1.0 though, Ryan, was the offensive stress mechanic with Reimer and Tactician. You don't have that this time.
Sure.
And your dice like cannot be modified. It's not like you can passive mod anything.
Yeah, but I would equate snapshot to, oh look, it's a cheaper version to just having veteran turret gun or dorsal turret attached to a ship.
But do you think a 3 agility ace is going to give a shit about a 2-die attack that can't be modded? What is that?
Oh,
not if the green
You
dice don't
never
have
know.
mods either.
I can guarantee you when the game's on the line and you're sitting there going, "Fuck, I need to roll 1 evade dice." 1 evade dice. There's a lot of top players out there that go, "That's a position I don't want to be in."
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of ace players that, and if you play against opposing aces, there's a lot of times where that ace may land in range 2 in most games because he'll boost or barrel roll its way around you to get to range 1, outside of your arc.
Yeah, because
Landing range 2 is not safe in that regard.
Yeah.
I do like what they did with Foresight. I like that you get the range 1 and 3 option as long as it's bullseye. I think that's cool.
Bullseye is good. I don't know why snapshot wasn't bullseye.
I don't know why snapshot wasn't bullseye. They had the mechanic. It's right there.
Mhm.
It's really hard to pull off, but if you can do it, it's awesome.
Well, there's about 5 or 6 different Blair Bunky-esque style snapshot swarms bouncing around on the internet that I've seen that have either A-wings or torrents or Z95s or
There it
what have
is. I
you.
was gonna say, I wonder if you were gonna say the Z95 because that's the
Yep,
funky one
Z95.
I've been looking at. It's 5 Z95s, Talos, 5 Talos with snapshot, and AP5 with Leia. 2 points left. Keep the bid. You don't need to put on anything else. Because guess what? Your bid might matter when you want to move your ships before posing I2s and get all the snapshots off and set up.
Because there's a lot of good I2s out there lately. There's
Cam does have a good point. Mining guild ties, not a bad home for snapshot, especially because they can utilize running through obstacles and stuff.
fuck your rocks. I'm just gonna run right over them. Huh.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't know where we're going. I'm gonna rein us back into like something. So
Well, so I think my original point overall is that like
there we go.
the mechanics being put onto wave 5 and the cards introduced, some of the more powerful things we're all concerned about are so difficult to point that either A, the developers are in a situation where it's such a bad mechanic to have to be too cheap that they just go with the cost, and then just like, why am I ever like, people who are buying into this wave could be buying into stuff that's either A, they're never going to play it anyway because it's too expensive, or it's not expensive enough and we're all going to be sad because like the thing's going to be oppressive, whatever that thing is potentially.
But isn't that X-wing?
Like if you put two sets of precog reflexes on Anakin and Obi-Wan, how are you going to afford the torrent?
I don't know. Do you need it?
You don't.
It's about the bid and the 2 aces.
It's the fucking Aaron Bonner Whisper Echo list.
Sure, and then you get
You
two Jedi.
just take a 27-point fucking bid, and that's what you have. You're running 2 Jedi, and that's what you get.
And you back down against the Ketsu, and you have a sad day.
You just hope to God you don't see Ketsu.
Pray to the matchup gods before the tournament starts.
I mean, that's all Worlds is. You pray to the matchup gods, and you're just like, please give me something that I can beat.
Yeah.
Because this year's Worlds, oh my God, there's gonna be way too many of me that are just gonna be bringing shit, like straight up shit.
No baby.
It's just like, you know what? I know how to fly it. Fuck it. I'm going to Worlds. I'm gonna know what I fly. And they're gonna look across the table and go, oh my God, he's not flying any kind of meta. This is some weird ass jank ass shit. And I don't know what to do against it. Normally you're gonna win. Don't worry. Don't get your panties in a bunch. You should beat me. But every once in a while,
woulda, shoulda, coulda.
the dice go my way, and I've got 2 focuses on all 3 shadow ports. It's gonna end up that way sooner or later.
Well, I don't know if we've covered everything you had on your list there, Coach, but I'm coming up on midnight on Eastern Eastern time here.
You thought Coach had a list.
I had a list.
I was being polite.
You know what? Normally the cutoff is 11:30 Central, but I mean we've been going for 2 hours now, so
Yeah.
Let's do a quick. Everyone gets a minute or 2 analysis of how they think Worlds is going to go. Whether it's X-wing, whether it's fun, whether it's anything. What are you expecting out of Worlds, Tim?
I'm going to go with the fun bit. I love organizing big groups like this, and the 30 of us that are all coming down from Canada are all going to just have a blast. I've got about 2/3 of our group that are first timers at Worlds, and
shit, they're first timers.
A lot of first timers.
Virgins.
A lot of virgins. Yeah.
Virgin Canadians.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my God,
yeah.
That's a dream.
Yeah. And the fact that we're mixing in stuff like a giant RV that we got, and just what we're planning on doing with you and all the other clubs from the US, it's going to be a barrel of fun times. Like I said, I just really hope that everybody in North America brings it. I hope that all of the talent that's coming from all 3 of the countries in North America really bring it, because the Europeans are going to give us what for. I'll tell you what.
We fucking lose this thing again, we might as well just pack it up. No, just kidding. It's good competition. It's good competition.
It's good fun. Yeah.
Ryan.
What do I expect from Worlds? I think the most common factions that are going to be there at Worlds are the hard R factions: Republic, Resistance, Rebels. If there's one thing I've seen, it's Jedi are good, and Resistance caters to a lot of the formation flyers currently. Ergo, something similar to what I flew at Gen Con. Rebels, there might be some stuff. Like I said, Snapshot, Z's, Blair Bunky, Leia. I don't know, maybe. Also, 4 U-Wings still is effective from what we've seen. All media base. I mean, if there's tractors a thing, it's more difficult to get off.
Gonna get sun fucked.
But
Go fuck yourself.
do I want
Go fuck
do I
yourself.
want to make this bold of a prediction already? I think that's fun to do. It's not
I
that
think
early.
bold predictions are fun.
Who
I
else?
don't think a hard R faction will win Worlds.
Oh.
though.
Oh.
I'm
I
gonna.
don't either.
I think a republic. I think I mean, which basically leaves Empire, Scum, First Order, and Separatists, which technically is more than half the field. But a lot of people are expecting that the Resistance, the good guy factions. A lot of people bring them, right? I mean, I have been predominantly a Resistance player, and finding things in Separatists to figure out and do. I have more things now. Might bring Separatists. We'll see.
I am gonna do a 2-part one. I think that everyone is underestimating Scum. I think Scum someone's gonna find something, and they're gonna bring a weird list, and it's gonna be that one list that that works, and someone's gonna figure it out, and it's gonna do very well, and nobody's gonna be able to comprehend how it works until they're in the top 16 and they just roll. I mean, just like
Simeon.
Simeon did. 2
Robots,
IG-88s with fucking tractor beam or
Ion
jamming
cannons.
beam.
I mean,
Ion cannons.
control bots were a thing. A lot of people just didn't know how to handle them.
They were, but they weren't like that. That came out of fucking left field.
Mhm.
You
It
did.
did and it didn't though, because you had to solve 2 problems. What can I take that's good, and what can I take that can survive a matchup against Ghost Fen? And every
Right.
Ghost Fen that Simeon came across was just a
But
sad.
how many? I can tell you right now, there weren't a lot of fucking brobots on the field at Worlds
No.
in
Two or three.
2018.
It was 2
Yeah.
or 3.
Exactly. So
No, I was 100% punting the Ghost matchup. I wanted the Miranda, Lowrick, Ezra's to be fed to me, and I got them all on day 2. It was great.
and it's a combination of the matchup gods and luck. I mean, that's what it is.
Tim, did you said you had a World's Watch Party? Did you see the Simeon game in me versus Simeon?
Yeah, we held it at a couple of at a cafe with a license in Toronto.
Nice.
Yeah, we watched you, and then we watched the Simeon final afterwards. It was pretty good.
Did you watch him hard turn that fucking that bomb or the bomber and it made it?
It surprisingly made it way more than I expected.
Made it.
That bomber almost won me the game later on too.
Meanwhile, Chicago and I are in the parking lot trying to figure out how to change a tire.
Yeah. I still made my mistakes in that game. Simeon 100% deserved to win that, no problem. And I underestimated obviously how much Ezra's stress effectiveness would. It's like duh now, but like the stress effectiveness of Ezra, even just putting one in there, not even needing the snapshot, just shuts down his advanced sensors and just anything more special he can do. So
yeah. Fun wise, I'm a little nervous with changing the venue, right? It's something new. It's like I had free range at FFG. I can do whatever the fuck I wanted to, like within boundaries. Like I knew the guy I had to go talk with, like, hey, we're gonna have a stripper pole. We hired some girls. Is it okay? And he's like, no, but I can't stop you, kind of thing. Now, with the new venue and downtown, and people are not going to be prepared for it, I'm still going to just ramrod the damn thing down there and see how much trouble I can get into. But until I find out how much trouble I'm going to get into, It's a little weird. Like I said, Tim and I have been talking for what, 2-3 months now,
About
something
that.
like that. Just going back and forth. We're just like trying to cover our bases. It's new, so I don't know what I can get away with, and we're gonna test it this
what they were
year.
trying to do. I get they were trying to do like it's closer to a bunch of hotels and stuff like that, but those hotels are not cheap.
It's no, they're not, and it's what we've been preaching to them forever.
Yeah.
It's like FFG Center is not the venue to do it. I'm going to make a bold prediction and go with a lot of people are going to leave this world going, I wish it was back at FFG Center.
Okay.
It's especially with how they're doing it now, right? Like they've changed the structure. So you have the LCQ. You have the space to do the LCQ winners and the day one. But
there's also all the Destiny stuff happening.
Well,
right?
see, I didn't know they were adding the Destiny shit. I thought this was fucking X-Wing Con, and that was it. They should have just kept it that. They didn't need to add Destiny. They could have rolled that shit on with all the other fucking failing goddamn games they have.
Hey, you talk about failing games, okay? All 500 of the SSDs that were sent to Canada have sold.
Oh wow.
And then, even better, of the second batch of 500, 210 of them have already sold on pre-order.
Because it's a super fucking Star Destroyer. No one's using it to play it in the goddamn game. They want the model.
I think we have like 30 Armada players in Canada tops.
There's fucking 30 Armada players in the United States that actually take the game seriously, not counting the dupes that are like, oh, this game looks like fun. Oh, wait a minute. No.
How much to get into it? Ooh.
It's like $250 to get two players to play each other at an actual tournament level match, whatever. I don't know. Armada's dumb. Anyway,
So
it should have been
you're
X-Wing
not
Con.
with the venue.
It should have been X-Wing Con and X-Wing Con only. They would have been fine. But I welcome the new venue. I think I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna feel like a Worlds event. You know, it's gonna be the big stage and this and that, whole shit ton of tables. But at the same time, I feel like people are gonna. I'm just calling this out. I feel like people are gonna go. If you just did X-Wing, we could still do it at FFG. Hotels would be cheap. Airbnb's cheap. You know, this and that.
Can you even fit 400 people in that game room at
Oh, yeah.
headquarters?
Oh, yeah. Easily. If you take up both halves.
Yeah, it's true.
But they're trying. This could be our chickens coming home to roost kind of a thing where all the podcasters are like, oh, you need a big venue. We need to make this thing. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, fuck, FFG Center was actually pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I know you're going as a player, so you didn't get a press pass, but they're actually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get a
there's quite
press
a few press passes.
Shocker. Shocker. I don't know if it's more shocking. I don't know how to gauge this. Either they don't know about OCX and they didn't issue us a press pass on that like standard kind of a thing, or they do know about OCX and they're like, fuck no. We're not giving those guys shit.
That's a hard no.
I'm going to go with the latter, but you know, whatever. I'm going to go hang out with Mark. I'm going to comment on X-Wing Junkies, and it's going to be fucking great. It's going to be a hilarious good time. But let's roll this baby back. Let's do some shout outs. Tim, you're the guest. You're always
big shout out to Devin, who's and on the 4 bridge officers for our trip. Tristan from the GRX League and Scotty Ross from the London 5-1 in the 519th squad out of Windsor, Ontario. Thanks, guys, for helping me organize this trip. Devin for all he does in the community, and you two for listening to my foreign rants.
we love foreigners. Seriously, Topsky? No emotion at all? I mean, it's not that funny of a joke, but it's a little bit.
The pumpkin beer's kicking in.
Oh, He did yawn twice.
Actually, it's
He
I don't
yawned
know.
twice this episode. So
the first taste of it is pretty solid. You get the pumpkin. But then there's this weird spice kick after. I'm not a fan of.
because it's pumpkin spice, and pumpkin spice and beer do not deserve to be in the same sentence.
Yeah, I would just do pumpkin beer, not pumpkin spice beer.
You can have pumpkin pie and beer. That's a good solution.
Mm-hmm.
Topsky, any shout outs?
Big shout out going to Robert Monroe, aka Padre, because he has put together quite the haul of swag for this hyperspace trial this weekend in Michigan at Stomping Grounds. It has been split up into 2 days, a Friday and a Saturday Swiss, day 1A, day 1B, because the store is a little small. And instead of like plenty of other stores where they apply a 64 but cap it under 64, we split up the 2 days and we said, all right, 32 be here, 32 be there. And we'll see if I don't know if we'll max the 32 on Friday. We might on Saturday. Either way, we're playing equal amounts of rounds each day to make it all even between, and Sunday is cut. It'll be a very interesting weekend and should be a lot of fun. I'm bringing separatists.
Is this the event that Tristan's coming to?
Yes.
Wow, the governor of
Ye-
Michigan returns.
You mean patty cakes?
Yeah, patty cakes.
I've
man.
officially announced that Tristan's new nickname is Patty Cakes.
Agreed.
Patty McLaderson. Patty McLaderson.
Patty McRouter.
Patty McRouter.
Patty McNo Router.
Patty McRouter. Yes.
We'll
All right,
call,
gents.
we'll just call him the wife.
The wife, yeah.
Oh shit. Oh. All right. My shout outs are gonna go out to once and for all our listeners. Thank you very much for guys watching. I wouldn't do this other for you guys. I mean, I would probably just do my no, I wouldn't. I want to shout out the Glaive Leader. Thank you guys for the shout outs. Yes, another great episode. I want to thank Timbo for coming. Timbo, there we go, for coming on to the show tonight. I'm super looking forward to seeing all of you guys from Canada. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. It's going to be great. You have convinced me that a divorce might be coming through the way, but I will be at Worlds 2019.
Don't do that.
Just kidding.
Don't
kidding.
do that. I don't endorse that.
No, it'll be fine.
People point. They're important.
The views
But,
of Coach's ramblings and his shout outs do not reflect the views of OC.
Oh shit! That should be at the end of every episode.
Disclaimer.
You work up that disclaimer, Topsky. That's
Okay.
good. I like that,
All right.
especially if I read it. I want to shout out to everyone coming to the OCX hyperspace trial. Everyone going to Topsky's hyperspace trial. Safe travels. Be cool. Don't be a dick. I can't stress enough that, guys, some of these judges at some of these hyperspace trials are guys that were just literally asked on that day. So don't fucking go apeshit crazy if they don't know every goddamn rule. Help them out. Players that are at those hyperspace trials, if you hear a judge going, and you have an idea or you know the rule, tell them. Help them out. I mean, hopefully it's not like one of those crazy, like, no, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. Well, I'm just going to say it this way. The more information a judge can get, the better. Like if you have a link or you have a Facebook chat or something like that that can help them out. I mean, judges can give people time. We're all playing this game for fun. I know there's a stake to going to the Worlds ticket involved, but let's just not be those people. Let's not. I can't stress enough that just let's all have fun. If the ruling doesn't go your way, like don't pout and frickin' bitch and moan in the corner. It's like, okay, it doesn't go my way. All right, fine.
Fly casual.
Fly casual. When's the last fucking time you heard on a podcast fly casual? And not The Fly Casual, or no, never mind. They're not the Fly Casual podcast.
Fly better.
Fly better. When was the last time you heard Fly Casual on a podcast?
It's been a bit, I think.
It's been a long fucking time.
Unless
long
Shuttle
damn time.
Tiberium says it all the time. I don't listen that often, unfortunately. I'm not sure.
Well, guys, Fly Casual. Let's remember Doug Kenny. Let's embrace what he started. So just have fun, man. Just go meet some people, meet some new people, have a good time. I want to thank Mark for being on the show half
Briefly.
the time. I love that, man. just-
Yeah, Mark, no, legit, thank you. I can tell that's just been frustrating the past few weeks dealing with this.
I just wish he had a better fucking internet connection. I want to thank Chris Allen for being our poster child in the lower right-hand corner.
God. It's gonna suck for anyone who actually wants to watch this a few days later at work. I don't know if that image is safe for work really at this point.
It's too small. They can't actually read what's on the Dorito package.
Well, you're looking at it in the size of like tiny little thing over here representing your stream, not like whole
No.
page.
I mean, from my perspective, it just looks like he has panties in his mouth.
I've got the whole thing. I am air traffic controller here. I've got the whole thing here. I got it mapped out here. It's fine. It'll be all right. But
It's fine. Everything's fine.
anyway, if you have any complaints or arguments or bad list submissions, send them over to ocxradio@gmail.com. I'm pretty sure Montana will get to them in a month or two.
By that time, it'll be Worlds. You can talk to us directly.
It'll be Worlds. You can just talk to me directly, and I won't give a shit because I don't read the emails. It's not my job. I'm here. I'm the host. I don't read the emails. What can I say? But it is time we like to send this off to the good old Yub Nub. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Yub Nub.
Nub.
Ba-dub, dub, dub.
Yep.
Oh, Canada. Da is here. North America is gonna win the
World.
fucking World's Cup.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep it here in
Sorry, it's my first time. I'm
North
that version.
America. That's all right.
Oh yeah, the last few times you've left before the Yub Nub.
There's no good way to end the show. Like, we get into the Yub Nub, and then I just say whatever comes to the brain, and then the guests feel strange, like they got to keep going, and I'm just like, no, you don't have to, but they do. But you did excellent, my boy. For all those watching live, I don't know. Okay, so this is the end of the recorded, what will be broadcast on the podcast. Do you have a funny story you want to tell that is still the live on the YouTube listeners, or are you bedtime ridden?
I think I've told all my funny stories.
Sounds good.
Save it for if I ever get invited back.
Oh, you will be back for the third time. Third time.
We'll do a post-world something.
See, post worlds. I love it. I'm gonna pencil you in. You're in.
We'll call it the Hangover episode.
The Hangover.
Post Worlds or live from Worlds?
Oh,
Ooh.
live from the Goldies. Live from the Goldies.
Or the Snokies.
or the Baries.
Or the Baries. We do the Baries. Oh, I've got unlimited data on my phone now, so we're gonna be doing a lot of live videos. So,
Ooh.
ladies and gentlemen, I think that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thank you for watching. Catch us here every Wednesday night at 8:30 Central, U.S. Standard Time. Never mind. Have a good night, everyone. Talk to you.